and welcome to Pixel Scandal. This is Paper Scandal Side Quests.
Yay!
We're playing Demigods today. I'm Kurt. I'm going to be a player in this game. I'll throw it over to Night Sun. How you doing this morning, Night Sun?
You pointed at not me, is it that me?
It's
Oh, it would be me in that case. Yeah, I'm Night Sun, and I'm here. I'm James, and it's super exciting, and it's 9 a.m. sort of.
Oh yeah, and I'll be playing Che Martinez today. Ooh. You didn't throw it to anybody, so I'm going to give it to Orestez. Hi, Orestez.
Hi. Hi. I'm Orestes. I will be playing Alex Winston of the New Hampshire Winstons. Not really from New Hampshire, from California, like everybody else. Because that's the best state. Gidget. I don't know where I don't have the thing.
You're like, she's somewhere. Hi, I'm Gidget. I'm going to be playing Ash this morning. Yeah, I'm super excited. And we have a wonderful guest GM for our side quest today, Jason Mills.
Woo.
Hello, I'm a dog.
And his adorable puppers.
Hi, I'm Jason. I made this game called Demigods. Okay, bye. She will randomly invade from time to time. So yeah, it's a game about playing the half-mortal children of the gods and figuring out how to get along in life. Yep, that's the short version.
It's morning.
That's the short version.
It's easier for some of us than others to get along in life.
Very true.
So Demigods is a PBTA hack based on the children, the scions of gods. That's where we're at. All right. If you're watching, thank you. But we did character creation off screen. So if you're interested in that, you're going to want to watch tonight's Pixel Scandal to find out how you can get to that. So we can talk about that kind of stuff. And that will be at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time tonight. You can come back to the same channel you're watching this here, or you can find it all over the internet by going to pixelscandal.com and learning all sorts of stuff about the rest of Pixel Scandal. But with no further ado, I'm happy to throw it to Jason to start running this thing directly into the ground.
Well, that's the goal.
We can only go up from here, guys.
We're under the ground. Okay, then yes, we can still run it into the ground. So for folks listening, we did a little bit of our character creation off screen before as a sense of preparedness, and we'll see how much that really benefited us today. Our characters. Oh my goodness, puppy. Okay, sorry if that's coming through. She's having a meltdown. So Demigods is a game in which all of the gods from every belief system around the world exist at the same time. And in this fictional universe, I'm careful to say because I've offended people in the past, all of the gods exist because people in our pretend world have imagined them into existence. And so all of them exist. All of them exist because people believe in them. And conversely, things that lots of people believe in are also real. So that is kind of the power of human imagination. The gods that humans dreamed up aren't supposed to come to Earth very often because they will bend and warp and change reality around them, and then that's just not good for anybody. So they do want to have agents on Earth, though, so they make demigods. Most of the time, that means doing the, sex. But plenty of gods also just sort of spiritually adopt someone that they're interested in, and you have 3 parents now, which is really pretty normal. So that's how a lot of that goes down. as a player, you get to pick kind of who your divine parent is, what pantheon they're with, and then subsequently you go around doing what your parent needs you to do, because kids always do what their parents ask them to do and live up to their parents' expectations.
Totally.
So it's my understanding of how kids work. So actually, it can create quite a bit of conflict, and kind of the crux of the game is, when you're given something to do, it's maybe a challenge of whether you do or don't. And the reason why it's important is that normally demigods can't hang out together in a group. So this is in the first time of the history of the world, there are 4 demigods who can hang out without sort of creating the god effect where like reality's warping around you and blah, blah, blah. So we actually have a situation where the 4 of you came together, saved a particular mortal. The 4 of you plus that mortal created a weird kind of weave in the fates that meant that the 5 of you really can hang out, although your mortal friend is still just a mortal. So good luck, buddy. And you can then take on some threats that the gods would like you to take on that's bigger than what a demigod could normally do by themselves. So lots of pantheons want to like hire you, so to speak. Like they'll give you treasures and whatever, or boons, and get you to do things for them. And conversely, plenty of pantheons are terrified of you because 4 demigods together can actually challenge a god. Now, if you go and murder a god, they pretty much always come back because people still believe in them. But you could still, put them down for a while, and that's pretty annoying to have to deal with that. So that has varying effects. But that's the basic premise of the game. Is we have adventures. You get sent on journeys and try to complete the quest to the best of your ability and see what happens at the end. I guess it's kind of divine Shadowrun, the way I've just explained it.
Sounds about right.
Where are my 20 dices?
Kurt's gonna kill himself overcasting the first spell.
Awesome.
If I had the option.
That being said, for anyone listening who's not familiar with how PBTA games work, it's powered by the Apocalypse. The basic mechanic is you roll 2 dice and add one of your 5 attributes to it. Our attributes, just briefly, are prowess, metal, awe, judgment, and weird. Prowess is your fighty fight. Metal is your ability to get shit done under pressure. Awe is how impressive you are. Judgment is how perceptive you are. And weird is how weird you are. So that's always great.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think what we should do is introduce who each of your characters are, one of those words, and then we can jump into, after we do all our introductions, we'll do the intro of I'll introduce your Spindle, the friend that you saved from a supernatural event of some kind. Mm-hmm. And then we'll talk about the Tangles, which are the sort of background stories that all of you have in common, having been stuck with each other for the last year or so. What was I going to say about that? That's probably good enough. Coffee is filtering into my brain, and I'm sure I'll think of something really important in a minute. So,
yeah.
Well, I'm gonna just go left to right in the spreadsheet. Kurt.
All right, I'm playing Shay Martinez, a Cuban immigrant who is the Reaper. I am the Reaper playbook. My divine parent is. Do we want to go through like the whole thing, or just?
Let's do divine parent. Let's do your also do your divine parent, like the basics of your background, like who you are, what you're doing here.
Okay.
Who are you? Why are
Perfect, perfect day. And also, if you wouldn't mind reading the 4 threads that are unique to your character, so
Sure.
everyone knows what you are being bribed to do.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
that'll be good.
So I am Shea Martinez, a Cuban immigrant. My divine parent found me when I was still in Cuba. My mother, who practiced Santeria, which it's gonna sound like the song every time I say that. She had her crystal ball. She practiced Santeria, and she prayed to the Orisha Oya to take care of me because she was dying and she needed someone to look over her son, and Oya answered, and so Oya adopted me, and showed me how to help people sort of pass on or guide them to the cemetery gates of which she guards, and gave me a machete in the process, which is kind of cool. But then we were forced to move to the States. I think my father decided to move to the States when my mother passed. He does not believe in any of the deities or anything. He's probably devout Catholic. So he just believes in his
So he
singular
believes in
religion.
at least one deity.
Yes, he believes in the Catholic faith, but he doesn't go in for Santeria like Mom did. And so now I'm bouncing around LA, just #blessed, because I picked up #blessed with my free advancement, and let's see. So my gain a thread is, of course, everybody gets to gain a thread if they roll doubles or if they are epic. So I'll be trying to be as epic as possible. But once per session, if I save a life, throw a party, make morbid remarks, or ease someone's suffering, I get to gain a thread. And threads are really cool. We can do all sorts of fun stuff with them.
What does Shay look like?
Shay is a very slender, dark-skinned, clean-shaven, much unlike myself. Wears that white. I forget the name of it. It's not
It's like a fedora.
It's like
but
a fedora,
it's not.
but the brim is smaller and the rolls up. It's that Cuban hat. I always forget the name of it. It has a name. It's smaller than a fedora. But yeah, wears one of those. I actually have one. I should have got it.
Trilby.
So that's what Shay looks like. Very very fit. Probably a little short. Yeah.
Cool.
So I don't know who's left to. Oh, you know what? It is Might's son next.
My son.
All right, I am playing James. James is an elemental, or he is the elemental of fire. He is the scion of Hephaestus, the Greek god of volcanoes, crafting, smacking stuff with hammers, etc.
Mhm.
He discovered his divine heritage when he burned his house down accidentally, and since then was given up by his parents to live in a foster home, and subsequently ran away and has been living on the street since. Hephaestus isn't much of a people person, so he kind of tries to influence James through encouraging words. And so James is pretty sure he's crazy.
He hears voices.
He hears voices telling him to
Burn everyone.
to kind of what's the word, temper things and prove their strength.
Yeah.
And which he kind of understands as the voices telling him to burn things.
What does James look like?
James is a rather scruffy and disheveled white guy.
Uh-huh.
I live on on Venice Beach, so it's very hard to keep clean and shaven and whatnot.
And you're in your late teens, right?
Late teens. I think like 18 or 19. I don't think I wrote that down, but we're just gonna roll with that. And then as far as threads go, I get 2 for being epic, but none for doubles because I that's how it works.
Nope.
Um,
That's not accurate.
That's not how this
Just for
works
the
at all.
record. That's not how any of this works.
and then my custom threads are causing collateral damage. I don't think that'll ever happen.
No, probably not.
Saying something awkward. Also, nope.
Unlikely.
Putting my element on display. He means fire.
Yeah.
So is that what you call it?
And then describing my element in wonder.
Ooh.
Yeah, the elemental playbook is kind of written as the person who is less good with people than they are with sort of their inanimate element. So the awkwardness is built in.
Nice.
Fire's plenty animate.
Yeah, it is. And a very interesting conversationalist.
Yeah. It is on fire.
Okay. So James, a Venice street guy, guy. How old is he?
19.
Yeah. Okay. But burn down a house. Does he now want to live in a house again because he's gonna burn it down again, or what's the?
This is
the deal
working.
there? Okay. Sure. If it ain't burnt, don't fix it. Okay.
If it ain't burnt,
I
don't
like
burn it.
that.
If it ain't burnt, don't burn it.
Okay. Gidget.
Yay! I am the Verdant. My name is Ashley. I go by Ash. My pantheon is science. And my parent is Botany, who kind of manifested as Johnny Appleseed. And planted his apple seed in Mom. I was raised by my human parents, who are both college professors at what did we say they were college professors at?
SMCC?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
SMCC, which I am now a student there. I'm like 20, 22, 21, 22.
Is it the kind of thing where you're going to be a student there for a lot longer too? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I mean,
Okay.
really, there's really just no point to go anywhere else. It's just, there's cool people here. They've got a really cool, like, community garden that I started. It's just kind of a cool place to hang out.
What does Ash look like?
She is very like hippie bohemian. Kind of has like sandy blonde hair, like really bright green eyes. Just kind of has a very earthy smell to her.
A lot of patchouli.
Yeah.
That's enticing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And I just I can't like to sit around and grow plants and help animals and smoke weed and just kind of hang out. It's a good time. It's a good time, guys.
I'm shocked that a good SMCC student is interested in smoking weed.
What?
That's outrageous.
It's outrageous, guys. Yeah, and so my threads are defend the wilds, act like a plant or animal, talk with a plant or animal, and share too much information. So,
Which is similar to saying something awkward, but distinctly different.
yeah, it's a little more personal. I feel like it's a little more invasive. Yes.
I want to add to the for folks listening in, the science pantheon is something that I came up with for this game, where it's based on the fact that there are millions of people around the world who believe that science is real and that things fall when you drop them, and the Earth is getting hotter and it's round and all these sorts of things. But they wouldn't actually be able to explain why cell division works or chlorophyll feeds a plant. They just believe that it does because people like Bill Nye and Neil deGrasse Tyson have told them these things, and they believe it, but they don't actually understand why. They have invested their faith in the tenets of science without full understanding. So they have spawned an entire pantheon of gods who resent their own existence and cannot deny the evidence of their senses. So,
Yep.
That is my favorite thing about this setting.
Oh my god, I love it so much. Yeah, it's so great.
And now for
So-
something completely different.
yeah, Orestes,
Yeah.
what you got?
I am playing Alex Winston. He is, I think he's 15 years old now. He discovered his powers at the ripe old age of 13 and has been living on a prayer since then. He is a trickster, playing the trickster playbook, and his pantheon is media, and his divine parent is the herald or RPGs. So it's basically the dungeon master. So he fully realizes that he's a character in a tabletop role-playing game, and like every tabletop role-playing game you've ever played in, the GM, herald, game master, dungeon master is God. They have all the powers in the universe. So yeah, his parent is the GM in this game that he's a player in.
I do. I have to add, like, in all of the I've done a lot of play testing and design plays and all this stuff for this, and I've had some pretty out there concepts of what people wanted to play, and this is a first. So
Well, hopefully I can do it justice. Let me see.
we're
Is
getting-
my mic muted? No, my mic is not muted this time.
Well, if we'd be getting nothing from you if it was muted now.
Yeah.
We are getting a comment that we need to raise Orestes'
I have raised Orestes' audio.
Okay. All right. So my threads, again, roll doubles or be epic, which, I mean, it's basically real life, so I'm going to have so much XP. I'll probably level 3 or 4 times during this game. Once per session, again, trick someone, cause a distraction, tell an unnecessary lie, or teach someone a lesson.
Mm.
Hmm.
And that's how I would gain a thread. Let me see what else. Oh yeah.
And I'll also say for anyone listening along, if you want to go and download the demo materials, you can. If you're listening later, you can pause this. If you're listening right now, you can pretend to pause, and we're just going to keep talking, but you could pretend that you paused us. You can go to demigodspbta.com and put your email in, join the newsletter, and then it will auto send you the demo materials, and you can look at the playbooks as we go if you're curious about that. So feel free to follow along at home.
Nice. That's awesome.
So the last person we have to introduce is our Spindle. The Spindle is the mortal friend that all 4 of you just incidentally had the same friend, even though the 4 of you would not have been hanging out together before this problem cropped up, because demigods don't hang out together. That's dangerous and blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's also worth noting that most human beings in this world, they don't know that supernatural stuff is real. So they will just sort of filter out. There's kind of a veil of like, that 7-foot-tall, bright red demon with horns and a tail going into Starbucks just looks like a very tall lady in a suit, and that's better for everyone. They don't want to know, so they don't. Human imagination, again, number 1 power in the universe. So the mortals at large don't know that this stuff is literally true. and if they did, it starts to become problematic for the deity in question. However, your friend Sammy, the taco guy, who has his taco cart down by Venice Beach, was individually a friend in different way. Che had led Sammy's wife when she passed away, led her off to her afterlife. And James gets tacos there and keeps Che's fire burning. Like, he hasn't had to replace the propane thing in months and months. Like, oh, that's weird. That's fine. Bless the fire. And didn't explode the taco stand. So, I mean, like, that's pretty good, James.
Yeah.
Control's getting better.
Yeah. Ash brings fresh veggies and weed for Sammy, who occasionally uses or just sells it from his taco cart.
Yeah.
And Alex buys tacos after games. And is that so? Alex plays RPGs. Is that the kind of games we're talking about?
Yeah.
Well, real life is a game at this point.
Well, yeah, real life. But he goes and plays like at the FLGS, like with the normies, just to keep his skills up.
Okay.
Get a handle on any errata that he needs.
Oh,
to
right,
be aware
because game skills translate to real life survival.
of.
Yeah.
For Alex.
So does that mean playing RPGs for you is like going to church?
Yeah. Yeah.
And preparedness training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's multitasking.
That's great. Super.
So great.
I'm so glad that you had a week in between our character generations
Me too.
to come to terms with what he's done.
Yep, we're there.
Yep.
We're there. I did it.
Anybody else want to give me some playtest materials? I'll give it my treatment.
You want someone to
service.
stress test your system? He's the guy to go to.
Real quick, I don't see my notes here. What did we save Sammy from?
Himself.
Did we decide?
I don't know if
have
we
like the
decided.
actual
No,
maybe-
scene where
I
we.
think-
Maybe
I think
didn't
we
do that
decided we'd
part.
do it live.
Oh yeah, okay. Well, that's good. We can do that.
Yeah,
Um,
and then we have tangles left.
yeah, we'll do that after this. So those characters, these people, are were incidentally all friends with the same person, and eventually Sammy found himself in in mortal peril from a supernatural danger of some kind, and the four of you happened to be in the area at the same time. Now, there's really no such thing as coincidence in Demigods, so we'll just have to push right past that. And Sammy found himself facing insurmountable supernatural odds, an epic disaster, a monster, an evil demigod, something. But you saved him. What did you save him from?
Well, the taco shop is on the beach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's like a cart, right?
Yeah.
Could it be like a sea monster came out?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Didn't we
Yeah.
just talk about not going in the water?
Yeah, it's
didn't
too bad
take
none
a
of you
water
could
form.
turn into like water creatures.
Look, we would have never considered going into the water if you hadn't said maybe a giant spider.
Anyway, yeah, I like it. Ocean creature.
I want tacos too.
Let's just save them from like PTSD. We could just have a party.
No, I like sea creature. That's a good one.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. The Ikuchi is this big like Japanese sea monster that is like technically several kilometers in length and could easily like hoist up over the beach and like, oh, give me the taco cart. And I guess.
Well, he goes up and down the shore just stealing
Yeah.
taco carts.
Like,
Yeah,
we
well, I think
don't
this one in
have good-
particular has been visited by 4 different demigods several times, and probably
Yeah.
has some amount of background count around it. So
It is
The
infused
sort
with
of-
the essence.
yeah, the kind of the spiritual Geiger counter is going nuts on this thing. So
It's just so hard to find good tacos on the beach in Japan.
So yeah, let's say you saved him from an Ikuchi or a Kuji, depending on how you want to dig into that. So it's interesting, a little bit of the story there. Okay, so we saved him from this giant sea serpent. There was substantial collateral damage. What got wrecked, and how did we cover it up to look less supernatural in nature?
So maybe like the pier? Like it took out the pier?
Yeah, that could be.
Oh yeah. I can summon whirlwinds.
Okay.
So yeah, I could take out the pier.
I don't think we want you to take out the pier. I just think it got taken out
Yeah,
at some point.
That's not on the to-do list.
Oh
It
no,
just happened.
it's not supposed to take out the pier. I mean, I think at some point he would be excited to summon a tornado.
Well,
And then
the wording here is not the creature caused substantial collateral damage.
yeah,
We did.
It's also worth noting that the Ikuji secretes a sort of adhesive oil.
Oh.
So that's pretty grody.
Is that oil flammable?
I feel like it should be, right? Like if it's oily,
Yeah.
It's like crude oil.
yeah, and it gets gooey and sticky in the process. So,
Yeah.
Probably a little bit napalmy at that point if you were to ignite it.
Yeah.
So less whirlwind, more pier burned down.
napalm tornado.
A little column A, a little column B.
Napalm tornado. Is
Yeah.
that our combo move?
Yes,
Tornapalm.
tornapalm.
Man.
I think we probably tried to cover it up as like an oil spill, right? Like a
Yeah.
tanker or something. Like
Yeah, this boat crashed into the pier and exploded like a bomb.
yeah, that seems right.
It
Swamp-
definitely,
Swamp gas and weather balloons.
definitely
Yeah.
had nothing to do with the Japanese tentacle monster that secretes a sticky substance.
No,
And
not
to
at
be
all.
clear, this is a snake. No, there are no tentacles involved.
It is one very large
Snakes
tentacle.
have a tentacle.
It's a
Singular
one-
tentacle.
Is a snake a tentacle? I guess maybe.
Oh,
I don't know. That's an important detail that we will leave to the science pantheon to determine the answer to.
Is a snake a tentacle?
Gidget?
We need a ruling. Is a
Definitive
snake a
ruling.
tentacle?
Hold on, I'm going to adjust my blinds here
It's
because I'm
imperative
actually
to the
going blind.
story. Imperative to the story. Is a snake only a tentacle when it's attached to something?
I think if it's like a constrictor type snake, then it would be a tentacle because it's
Yeah, because it's
holding, right? But if it doesn't constrict, it's not a tentacle; it's a tail.
grabby. Yeah, tentacles are grabby, I think, by
Yeah.
nature.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad we sorted that out.
There we go, guys. Science.
Important information.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Valuable
though.
narrative.
This isn't really your field of specialization. I'm gonna require a second opinion.
So for the spindle, do we just want to sort of like do we just need like a overview of what happened, or do we like actually want the?
Oh no, we'll just do like a quick overview because this is a thing that happened a year ago.
Oh,
And in the intervening time, you all have gotten to know each other and get tangled up in each other's fates. Because you did this thing, you're stuck with each other. We just got a couple more questions here. And it's not necessary that the Akuji was killed. It might be that you just chased it off. I mean, it's a kilometers long creature that you might not be able to just stab it and kill it.
Yeah.
Like
Dropping the pier on it probably was the equivalent of stubbing it.
Yeah, like, okay, go away, shoo. And it, slunk off into the waves.
This part of the beach is biting. Go away.
Yeah. This is bad. Don't come back here. Okay. Goodbye, giant water snake. In this process, you beat up the Ikuji and sent it running. We earned the admiration of a major divine being who was impressed by what we did.
Oh man, who's like a god of destruction?
Poseidon.
What was that?
I was saying obviously it was Poseidon.
It could be Poseidon.
God
There are some Japanese gods who like breaking things.
I was definitely going to say,
There
I feel like
are-
a destructive god would be very proud of us guys.
Yeah, like man, you guys did a great job blowing up that.
That's
pier.
true. Yeah. That is true. Because the follow-up question is, we ticked off a different divine being. And maybe the one that's ticked off is like a Japanese god who was like, hey, Snake, go bring me some tacos. and it's mad.
That very rare Japanese taco deity.
He's just upset that we messed up his Uber Eats. Damn mortals always interfering with my deliveries.
First world deity problems.
Yeah.
I feel like that has to be it now. That's the best premise for.
That's so great.
I like that the monster came up and was like, 12 tacos, please. But none of us speak Japanese, so we're just like, monster, get away!
Yeah, you just hear rah, rah, rah.
Flaming tidal wave, go!
Yeah.
Immediately start attacking it.
So if you search Gods of Destruction, all you get is Dragon Ball Z stuff? So
Maybe
I don't
in
know
your
who we
search
impressed.
history.
Maybe in your search history, Kurt.
There's
What are
nothing
you
wrong with
looking up?
that search history.
Oh, hey. So Ryujin is the Japanese dragon god of sea and storms.
Nice.
That seems like a strong
Candidate, yeah.
There's also Raijin is the god of lightning, thunder, and storms. And then another option is Susanoo no Mikoto, the god of sea and storm. So
long as I don't have to ever say that, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
What was that was Ryu something?
Ryujin, yeah.
Ryujin.
I'll drop it in the chat.
I think I can say that, so let's pick that one.
I'm voting for Susanoo because that bosses from Final Fantasy 14. And I love that fight. It's so good.
Well, I mean, we did conjure a Tornapalm, so
That is true.
yeah. So that would impress a god of storms, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, especially like a dragon god who's like, yeah, burn it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Burn it all.
Break the thing.
So Ryujin, the dragon god, is the power of the ocean, had a huge mouth, and could transform into a human. I mean, pretty much all gods can do that. So good job, buddy.
Real
It's
impressive.
like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody gets that by default. Why is it on your resume?
Here, I'll just drop in case anyone wants a little background. There's
right.
in our Discord chat.
He's
I
the
like
guy
how there's
that
like a dude split in half in this picture.
knocks shirts off of ladies.
Oh, I'll drop it into Twitch chat as well.
Oh, thanks.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. So, where's my list? Oh yeah, so we impressed Ryujin of Japan, the Shinto pantheon, and we ticked off a different divine being. Who was ticked off? Maybe the god of peers?
Who would send a Leviathan for a taco?
Oh, and then wasn't able to get one because...
Yeah.
Because we ran off his Uber
that's
Eats.
canon. That is canon.
Yeah.
Like, we're going with that.
It's definitely
So,
after
Ryujin-
the tacos.
I'm just trying to make... Okay, so Ryujin did not send the serpent, but was impressed at how much wreckage there was. Is that...
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that's
So
what our
someone else sent the serpent.
Goddess of food.
Could be.
The Japanese
Bacchus.
goddess of food.
Oh, we can always piss off Bacchus. Bacchus is an easy piss off.
Ukimochi?
Yeah.
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 Bacchus is definitely the god of Uber Eats.
Yeah. And gets mad about stuff real easy.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to go with like an angry version of Inari Okami, the god of rice and agriculture. But
I was
don't know,
after tacos.
we don't have to use Japan. It could be somebody else.
Yeah, I like
sort of
Bacchus though. That's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Okay. So Bacchus sort of convinced this horrible snake monster to go and do the thing. Also, maybe to be like, oh, it's a Japanese snake. I don't know where it came from. Like, I'm a Greek god. Who knew?
No one will
Ordered
expect
some
this.
tacos on my app. I don't know who the delivery driver is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just came up Japanese snake monster. I
Says
just
my
thought that
driver's
was
nearby.
Yeah.
And I think the last question is probably already answered. It says, how did Spindle get tangled up in this plot? I think from making the amazing tacos that he makes.
Oh yeah.
That sounds right. So
Best street tacos.
And his lack of Japanese.
Well, I mean,
Yep.
he-
Couldn't talk to the snake.
yeah, he's
oh,
got,
he
like, a
doesn't
little-
speak Japanese. I see
Yeah.
what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Doesn't speak giant snake monster.
Wasn't
That's
my
on him,
original
really.
joke that that Sammy was going to be a Japanese taco seller on
Yeah.
Venice Beach?
I think you did. I think you made that joke when we were
I don't
making
remember
characters.
that, That's funny. Okay. Just anytime the game is placed in the Pacific, I like pulling up some of the different
Definitely.
religions around there. So, okay. We saved Sammy from this giant snake. There was a Ternay-Palm incident at the pier, which burned it all down. The god Ryujin was very impressed with the amount of burning things down. The god Bacchus, the Greek god, is annoyed that he was not able to get these world-famous Sammy's tacos, and is gonna have to wait a while because the taco thing, I think, probably got blown up in the process. But we'll get him a new taco stand. That's easy peasy.
Yeah.
I'm sure Alex understands like being able to hand wave stuff during downtime.
There's a montage and
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like this whole past year has just kind of been covered like in box text,
Exactly.
blown by.
Speaking of box text, the last year is spent with the five of you figuring out that you can't really get away from each other, and you're going to have to, deal with each other and cooperate and try to figure out what your life is now. Sammy is still a mortal man who wants to make tacos, but unfortunately can now perceive the supernatural for what it is. And that is upsetting, I think, for the average person to be able to see that tall red demon as a tall red demon and, just the average bits of supernatural walking around town, particularly in Venice.
Yeah.
it's nothing but supernatural.
Yeah. And just out of curiosity, do any of your characters have sort of unusual supernatural features that most people can't see?
Ooh, I didn't even think.
I wasn't
about
aware that was an option.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as it's not like I have 6 arms, like that's kind of wild to.
We could be an Indian deity.
No, you could, but having 6 arms is a little more difficult to like subtly brush under the table. So,
I'm actually
or
a fire
like I'm
demon.
20 feet tall.
Everyone talks to my knees.
Yeah.
I think my eyes sort of spark, like there's like little lightning in my eyes.
Okay.
Just like as a representation of Mom's power.
Is she electric-y?
Yeah, she can call lightning, but I didn't get that power. But for some reason, like I get the little like it just people are just like, oh, your eyes are so pretty, but like it's just like lightning shooting around my eyes.
I like it.
I don't think I have any physical characteristics. I think I'm just. Are you actually like a mini in a game, Alex? Is that what it is? You're like. I'm actually.
And you're actually controlled by a hand in the sky.
A giant hand is just moving a miniature around.
God.
I can only move in 5-foot steps. No, it looked pretty normal.
Are any of you old enough to have watched the Nintendo? Oh, what was that show called? He had like a Nintendo control belt, and he could like
Captain Power.
Yeah, Captain Power. Yeah, that's what that makes me think of.
So bad.
It was very bad.
Well, James is the resident elemental. Do you have any like supernatural look to you that most people don't see?
No. Random fires kind of break out accidentally.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Accidentally on purpose.
Totally accidentally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's fine. We can think of stuff as we go too, if anyone comes up with something. All right. So the last thing we need to tangles, how you have developed your relationships over the last year, and well, let's just let's rip through them one at a time. Let's go in reverse order. Orestes.
Oh no.
You're up. Gotcha.
Okay, so do you just want me to read all of them or just assign one to somebody?
Well, what's usually good is if you read them all off, other people might go like, "Ooh, put me down for that one," or
Okay.
sort of give everyone a chance to hear all of your
Sure.
possibilities.
Okay. So, first one is blank caught you in a lie one time and earned your respect. Then there's you and blank pulled a hellish prank that one time.
Dibs.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. And what's your character's name again?
James.
James. All right. Number 3 is you just can't resist pushing blank's buttons. Number 4 is you ticked off blank's pantheon, but they don't know it's you. Number 5 is blank will make an excellent shield when the trouble finally hits. And finally, it seems like blank understands why you do what you do. You'll have to keep an eye on them.
Yeah, you don't want anyone to understand what you're doing. That's
Like
I mean, I welcome them to try.
that's like break the universe knowledge.
yeah.
Yeah.
People need their fourth walls. They can't.
I feel like you probably pissed off science because you just don't make sense to science.
All right.
And we're playing a game.
That's true. Yeah.
All right. let me see.
What's your character's name again? I don't
Ash.
remember anybody's names. Ash.
So it's a good idea if you get one for each other. That's kind of the goal, and then you can always do more than one. And the way these factor into the game is if you go to help someone, you roll plus the number of tangles you have with them.
Okay.
So that's kind of the idea there. Oh, and then optionally you can put Sammy in to one of these. You just he's a shared resource, so we all have to agree. But otherwise, that's fine. It's just like if 3 of you are sleeping with Sammy, like we should probably come to an agreement that everyone's fine with that. That's all I mean.
Well, I mean, I'm 15, so it's going to be really hard
that
for
is
me
not
to get
okay.
it.
Nope.
Not okay. Not gonna happen.
Nope. Hard edit.
I think I caught you in a lie.
But it also says you earn my respect.
I did.
don't know.
I probably told you how to fix it or something.
Oh, okay. Well, then
Because I think
obvious.
because I can tell when people feel guilty about something. So that's probably how I could tell you were lying, because you were like, no, it's fine, and I'm like, yeah, it's not fine, and I dug deeper.
Okay. So then, okay. So then you have since taught me how to not feel guilty about lying. And
I think I showed you how to cleanse yourself of guilt by like solving whatever thing you were guilty about rather than just lying and hoping it would get better.
Mm.
Yeah.
All right.
At least that's what I think I did. And you're like, he taught me how not to feel guilty anymore.
Yeah. No, I don't feel bad when I lie to people.
Lying's not a problem. Don't feel guilty about it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one each.
So what are your other ones that aren't filled in?
I cannot resist pushing Blank's buttons. Blank will make an excellent shield when the trouble finally hits.
Okay.
And it seems like Blank understands why you do what you do. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
Okay.
Well, does Sammy know that you're a 5 foot tall miniature? now that they can see that.
I mean, if they can see the supernatural.
Yeah, he can see the stuff for what it is now.
It's like, are you pewter? It's made of pewter.
I need to get painted.
Guys, I am so primed right now.
Oh boy. That happened.
Damage is just chipping the paint. That's what harm is for you.
I have to go to like Home Depot every once in a while and buy a can of spray on primer. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm healing, it's fine.
Just super glue those limbs back on.
Oh
Yeah.
Lord.
I might say that it seems like James understands why I do what I do because he's a little bit insane. You should always keep an eye on the fire guy.
Mm-hmm.
And are we gonna fill out all of these, or?
No, you can leave some
Okay.
blank. You just want at least 3 for the other players, and you can use other players more than once, and then optionally you can put Sammy in there. But got to fill in at least 3.
All right.
Then I will leave these last 2 blank. The I can't resist pushing so-and-so's buttons and somebody who will make an excellent human shield,
Okay.
demigod shield. I will leave those blank and see if those want to get filled in as the game goes forward.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah, these can be. They're meant to be somewhat fluid and flexible. Like if you have one that's like you have a crush on so and so, something shit, and you're like, I don't have a crush on you anymore. Like we can.
This
we
is
can
over.
change that out. Yeah. Okay, let's go. Ash.
All right. Blank seems oblivious to the natural world. You've had an on-again, off-again relationship with Blank for a while now. Why isn't it working? You and Blank pulled off a newsworthy bit of eco-terrorism. You can always count on Blank when it's time for a party.
Yes, please.
All right. Shay it is. Blank seems interested in the ways of Mother Nature and could learn a lot from you. You can't seem to wrap your head around Blank, and you're not sure you want to.
Yeah.
Okay,
Jeez.
so I know that
Alex.
makes more sense for Alex, but I really want to see Alex talking to you about the natural world because they're like, I want a multi-class druid.
I don't think Alex would ever multi-class druid. I mean, you really got to take a 5-level dip in druid if you want that good wild shape.
Yeah. Most OP class in
Yeah.
D&D.
That's too much of an investment.
Oh man.
That's funny.
So James,
Yes.
are you oblivious to the natural world, or did we pull off some eco-terrorism?
I like the second one.
That's kind of where I was going.
He knows the natural world exists. It's very
Those
flammable.
wildfires in California have been real rough, guys.
I have no
Yeah.
idea what you're talking about. I was on the beach. Definitely wasn't a crazy party out in the wilderness.
Oh man. All right, cool.
One of those forest raves.
Okay. So do you have one for everybody?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Are there any others that you wanted to fill in, or they're not a good fit?
I don't think they're a good fit right now.
Okay. And remember, Sammy's an option if you want to go there.
Okay.
I think we said Sammy's like a 50-year-old Latino guy, right? With the
Yeah, I think it says 40 something here.
Yeah,
41.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the very, very old 41
41-year-old,
Mm-hmm.
right?
And yeah, I think in the subsequent year has replaced the taco stand and is back to selling tacos and weed on the beach.
There you go.
Okay, let's go to James.
All right. So just to counter Alex, Alex's manner is a complete mystery to me.
Okay.
In reality, I believe he's just crazy.
Okay.
So I think I get it 100%. It's like, oh, he's off his meds.
Okay.
Let's see. I am fascinated by Che's charismatic way with people. You know?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'll take
that
that.
makes sense.
You accidentally injured blank with your element. You had a fling with blank, but were confused when things got complicated afterward. You rely on blank to be your elemental whisperer, clarifying for you when you're not making sense. You've tussled with blank and respect their abilities.
What was the first one again?
You accidentally injured blank with your element.
I think I would fit in that one. In game and in real life.
All right. I accidentally injured Ash with my element.
Oh, that makes sense. Ash from fire.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No. I'll explain it when you're older.
Wait, you don't like to be set on fires?
Ow, that hurts.
Hold on, let me switch into my war form. Oh, tree, it burns harder.
All right. Well, that's one of each.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. Shay.
All right. You had visions of Blank's death. Describe how, but not when or where or when.
Ooh.
I think that might be my relationship with Sammy. But we'll see. You escorted
Choked on a
Blank's.
taco.
Yeah. You escorted Blank's family member to their afterlife. Actually, that is my connection with Sammy.
That is your connection with Sammy, yeah.
You bartered with another Reaper for life and one. Okay. For Blank's life and one. You and Blank have thrown some epic parties together. Blank.
Oh, that's totally me.
Okay. So me and Ash. Oh no! It we changed everything, and now I can't.
Yeah, I get invited, but I'm the reason everyone has to leave.
Blank ignored your premonition and has the scars to prove it. So who ignored my stuff? And then you have feelings for Blank, but haven't made your move yet.
Ooh.
So
Not it.
Well, definitely not. Let's see.
Sammy again?
What was that?
It's all
Sammy
Sammy.
again?
It's all Sammy.
It's all Sammy.
All the way down.
Did any of those speak to anybody?
What were they again?
You had a vision of Blank's death. Describe how, but not where or when. You escorted Blank's family member to their afterlife. You bartered with another Reaper for Blank's life and won. So I saved somebody. Blank ignored your premonition and has the scars to prove it. You have feelings for Blank, but haven't made your move yet.
I want to barter with the Reaper for my life.
Sure. Bartered with another Reaper for your life.
And I'm going to take visions of my death.
You drown.
I'm just gonna gonna guess here that it's in a fiery ball of explosion.
Okay, and then I had a vision
No,
of James's
I actually
death.
just die in my sleep. Just at the ripe old age of 60.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
Let's see. So I get to describe how you die, actually.
Hypothermia?
But not where or when. Let's see. Oh, you drowned.
on a spaceship.
You drowned?
You drowned. Your powers are useless. You're caught in water.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, oh no, let's not go swimming today. Just every time, I'm like trying to keep you away from water.
You're like, no, don't go in the ocean.
And then I'll put Sammy for escorted, because that's exactly what we already decided.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sorry, who was it who drowned?
James is going to drown.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that would be problematic for the fire elemental.
Yeah.
Quickly, I need to level up and get water form.
Let's see. Cool. So, and then I have 2 blank ones, but that's probably fine. Do I have to say anything else? Bartered with another Reaper for Alex's life. Ooh, what Reaper was trying to take Alex? Let's see. Who wants to get rid of Alex? Oh, bartered with another Reaper. So, like, another, like, demigod.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what that means is Alex died, and you like got him out of that.
Okay. Okay, we'll figure that out. Maybe it'll come out.
Do I know that happened?
Oh, I think you would probably know that you died.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not 100% on that. That's just my guess.
But you made your death save roll, so it was fine.
What is my death move? Let me see. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah, I could handle that.
So I'll barter with another Reaper for your life. Is there like a RPG? Is there like a Reaper in your pantheon?
Well, yeah. There's, gods of death everywhere.
So like the Raven Queen came.
Oh yeah, definitely was a Raven Queen.
Yeah, in media, could be all kinds of things.
Oh, I love that it's
so
a Raven.
My death move is while you're dead, your shade in the mortal world is definitely able to annoy people. So I was just annoying this other Reaper like crazy, and he was like, please just take them. Just take them.
Yeah, I love the idea that this image I have is Che like rushing, like, oh, I gotta save my friend, and like gets there, and the other Reaper's like, take him,
Please, please.
Yeah, there was no bartering. It was please God.
It's like, oh God, thank God. Here,
That was the
he's
barter.
your problem.
Like they had to give me something to take.
I love it. Love it.
So like I'm owed a favor by some Reaper for taking Alex's life, saving Alex's life.
Oh, that's awesome.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's real big.
Okay. I think for paperwork prep, we're pretty much done. There are a bunch of moves and gifts that everyone has taken. I don't think we need to cycle through all of that individually. We'll use them as they come up. And
I actually do have a question about that.
Okay.
With the advancement that we got, I took the gift from another playbook. I took Cloak of Obscurement from Reaper. What does that do? Because I didn't see it written in the.
It's a cloak which obscures you.
Okay,
you actually get to.
Just a,
Yeah, you get to decide what that means. Is
Okay.
it a literal garment? Is it just something you're able to do? Gifts are distinct in that usually it's something. It could potentially be taken away or switched off, or somebody could interfere with it in some way.
Sure.
For certain things like that, other than like divine attributes. So it's up to you. Is it a classic cloak and hood? Is it a hoodie? Is it
Well, I already have my epic armor. I already have a Twitch hoodie that I wear.
Okay.
That's my epic armor. So yeah, this is totally just a cloak of an obscurement. It's just like a. Let me see. What would be a popular?
It's a green screen.
It's a green screen.
Yeah, it's a green screen. I just chroma key myself.
That's good.
Yep. Cloak of obscurement. There you go. So now I can do tricky stuff.
You're
like,
the
"Who
reason
was
Jason
that?"
drinks. You know that, right? All the drinking up to this point has been.
other
Jason's
reasons.
whole life, all your fault.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for my own drinking. That's okay.
Oh.
Yeah, I like it. Cool.
Okay, that is a good point, though. Any questions about your moves or gifts or how you wanted to spend your advancement? For the listeners, we're starting with 1 advance, which is like a level up sort of in PBTA games. Just since it's a one shot and we want to have fun.
Oh, what's going on?
What?
No.
What do you mean?
Okay, it kind of sounds like we're all set to go.
Oh, okay.
Did something happen?
Gidge,
Can
you're
you guys
muted.
still hear us?
No, I'm not.
I can hear Kurt,
I
but
can hear Kurt, but not.
Gidge is coming through your
Hang
microphone.
on, something happened to Discord. You know what? Let's go to a quick break.
This is a good time for
Sure.
We'll take 5. I'll fix this little audio issue, and then we'll come back.
All right,
Jump
be right
in
back.
the
Start
game.
proper.
And we're back.
Hooray!
Hey.
Hooray.
Hooray.
All right. So we have our characters done, our backstories, everything's slotted together with our tangles. And I'm going to just jump right into the middle of the action scene that you're in. Let's see, I'm going to drop a little image link in, I guess in Twitch chat. That's a yucky picture, everybody. Sorry.
Oh, well, I can't even click that. I gotta copy.
Oh, I'll put it into Discord as well.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
okay.
Krampus.
Yeah,
Why
he's,
is Krampus here?
he's gonna eat that kid. So he's a yucky guy.
To the
Not
coal
nice.
mines with you.
The other
Yeah.
one, the little girl seems fine with it though. She's
Yeah.
like,
She's
Yeah,
not
hate this
currently-
stupid brother. I hated
She's
him
a
the whole
good
time.
kid, so she doesn't care. She's like, I'm fine.
I mean, I feel like there's two of them, and they're obviously not set up for a flank, so it's really their own fault.
That's true. Yeah, she should have got her on the other side.
Yeah.
But there was there's like a brief flashback scene of the four of you having a with somebody who could only be Santa Claus, and he's sort of explaining this like, oh, there's this guy, and every year he's causing problems, and I always try to get somebody to handle it, but like, individuals can't always stand up to this guy, but the four of you should be able to do something about it. So what I'd like is if on Christmas Eve you could get in there and mix it up with this guy. It just like get him out of the picture for like 24 hours. That's really all we need. And then he's not really an issue the rest of the year, or does what he does. We all do, but I just want to get my work done, and this guy's a problem.
Are we discussing this with Santa right now?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the flashback scene of Santa hiring you to put a hit on Krampus.
I'm so
And
excited.
I just have a few questions, because this is like a thing that you're in the middle of doing.
Okay.
So, where did you want to lure Krampus? What locale did you want to do this in? So we also cut to this like 15-foot tall, black fur horned goat man, like being tossed through a wall or something, and with the four of you there, and we're gonna figure out what all that looks like. But where are we, first of all?
I will always push for a confrontation in a sawdust factory.
A what now?
A sawdust factory.
Sawdust.
Yeah, no kindling for you.
No
A
kindling.
kindling factory.
So before we actually agree to the job, I'm gonna need to get my fee. We're gonna need to talk numbers.
Oh, you're gonna haggle with Santa?
I'm gonna need you to get me that.
Is that the flashback as you're like punching Krampus? You're like flashback to you haggling with Santa?
Yeah.
Well, you tell me what you wanted. What did you want from Santa?
I'm gonna need you to get me a copy of Waterdeep, the Dragon Heist Platinum Edition.
All right.
I need a
That's
copy
fine.
of that. That's
Yeah,
mine.
He's
Santa,
like, I've got this.
Yeah, he just reaches into his bag and hands
It's
it
sold
to you.
out.
Like,
It's sold out in stores. I don't know how you're gonna get it.
I'm fucking Santa Claus.
All right.
Oh,
Then we
that's
have a deal,
amazing.
sir.
I'm fucking Santa Claus.
Fucking Santa Claus.
You're a lot nicer in the cartoons.
Oh, I love this Santa. This is my favorite Santa ever. Oh,
So-
I try not to drop F-bombs on TV, but like I just need you guys to get this thing done for me, and I can make sense. So a lot of people believe in me, which means I've got some pull.
Oh my god, so good.
Think a poor telegraph over there. Like,
Oh,
Yeah, but he
my
only has power for about a month of the year. Because then everyone else forgets
Yeah,
about him entirely.
but right now it's a ramp up, right? And he's like, it's December 20th, bitches. Like, it's
I got all the
now.
power.
Yeah.
You're in my house.
Oh Lord.
So I want this fight to happen. So I don't know if we decided on Lumbermill or not, but I would love it to be like a Venice Beach all organic maple syrup factory. Like some hippie opened, they're like, oh, we're gonna make Venice maple syrup or whatever, and so there's like it's
In a place with no trees.
yeah, they have it all imported, and then they just slap an organic label on it.
So they just
Could that
drive
just
up
be
to
like
Canada.
the Venice Beach Whole Foods? Like,
Yeah,
Yeah. I definitely think we're in the Venice Beach.
we're in the
Whole Foods.
storehouse of the Venice Beach Whole Foods.
I was about to say, I think you're describing someone's van.
Oh, I love the idea of the Venice Beach Whole Foods.
Yeah, okay, we're definitely in the Venice Beach Whole Foods.
okay,
That's
I'm-
sure.
I'm down to destroy a grocery store. So, and it's and he specifically wanted you to do this on the 24th. So,
Yes.
there are some options. I think Whole Foods is the kind of place that would wrap up at 4 p.m. on a Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve, yeah.
So I assume we're going for an after hours kind of event.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Less collateral damage.
Why wouldn't we just go at noon, get it done early?
There's gonna be too many
Knock this
people
out. Bada
there.
boom, bada bing.
Yeah.
I mean, we destroyed a pier. I feel like we're okay with there being people.
That was an accident.
Oh, people. Gotcha.
Yeah, people.
Yeah.
People's a
I'm
problem.
okay with destroying a Whole Foods.
We can get some smoked Gouda while we're there.
Yeah, we're gonna light the Gouda on fire.
That's right. People are
I mean-
flammable.
Everybody not in the party is just an NPC. So if you don't ask their name, they don't have stats, and it's
You
irrelevant.
can't kill them. It's fine.
Yeah,
Oh God.
If you don't know their names, they don't have stats. You can't kill them.
yeah. If it's got a name, it's got a stat block. If it's got a stat block, it's got HP.
Does that mean everyone who has a name tag has a stat block?
Oh,
if you
that's
ask
true.
for it, you read
If you
it.
ask.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was very solipsistic. I like that.
Yeah.
If you're aware of it, it exists. If you're not aware, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, there's a ton of people around, but until you start interacting with them, they're
There's box text for that at that point.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, you can't interact
So
with box
after
text.
hours at a Whole Foods store.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So-
After you convince us that it's important.
Yeah.
So Alex, did you like pretend to be a kid to lure Krampus here?
why would I pretend to be a kid?
Well,
I'm a
I mean,
kid.
younger than you are.
Oh yeah, sure. I believe in Santa.
Well, of course you do. He gave you a book.
He
Or
was a
whatever it is
quest
you asked
giver.
for.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that. I believe.
You mean
in
that
it.
weird guy in the van?
Yeah, he gave me a book.
It's actually
That
a
was a
sleigh.
sleigh.
No, it was a mall Santa.
Yeah,
I like the idea that it was a van and it said sleigh on the side of it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It said Slayer,
Slay.
but the door was open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slayer, but the door was open.
Oh boy.
Aren't
Perception.
you so
It's
glad
important.
you agreed to do this?
This is great. All right, so we're in the Whole Foods after hours.
Yes.
We broke in here. Did we get in here by bashing a door open, picking a lock, stealing a key?
No, someone forgot to turn off the automatic doors because I'm hashtag blessed, and I just walked up and the doors opened.
Oh, okay, that's convenient.
Yeah.
That's lucky.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are we've just like thrown Krampus through the like baking aisle. Flour, sugar, salt, muffin mix, just explosion. Who threw him?
Who threw Krampus?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I did.
Yeah. That feels like an Ash
Okay.
thing to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, the only one here with enough physical prowess to throw a deity would be Groot.
Is your war form a tree?
I think I've decided to go with Warform Tree. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, so kind of Groot like.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, I like that. Then
I have to be really careful when we're fighting, though, so that James does not catch me on fire.
yeah, that does seem like we'll need a little bit of cooperation in that regard.
The tree has no interaction with that fear, just in fairness.
It's great. All right. Just to jump in and use some of these, the basic move of smite your enemies is one way you could toss somebody around and do damage to them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do smite your enemies or one of your other moves?
So I think I will definitely do smite your enemies, because that would be awesome, and I can do that while I'm in war form.
Yep.
Where are the base moves on the character sheet?
No, they're in the PDF
last
though.
page PDF.
Oh, I don't have the PDF open.
I do.
Oh my
You want to smite your enemies. Roll 2d6 plus prowess to do your thing in a fight.
Okay. All right.
Although I think your war form might have a modification to that. I'm going
Yes.
to look it up while you're rolling dice.
My war form lets me pick an extra option from smite your enemies, even if you miss.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
So I think you have +0 prowess, but you will at least get to pick one of these things.
I do have. So it's just regular, right? Regular.
Roll them dices.
Dices.
So, oof. Oh,
Ooh.
okay. So,
That's not great.
yeah. That is not a hit or a 7 to 9.
Nope.
But she still gets an option.
I do. I still get one.
So the options are protect yourself, -1 harm to you. Go for the throat, +1 harm to your enemy. Gain an advantageous position. Oh my gosh. Take something from your enemy or make an opening for an ally.
And also, you may have a slightly older version there because there's the option to change harm. So smite your enemies
exchange
doesn't automatically trade harm. So
Okay.
if you want to get in there and do harm, you're going to do harm to each other. If you want to just throw him, like gain an advantageous position, you could do that without trading harm.
I think I'm definitely going to do the advantageous position thing.
Okay, great. So yeah, you bash him through at least the baking aisle. Foofs of different hues of powder. Chocolate muffins, blueberry muffins, brownie mix.
Right into the baking
all
aisle,
that
guys.
Yeah. All of that explodes around where he lands. And actually, there's a moment where it's a little bit hard to see exactly where Krampus is because the lights are down low. You just have the safety lights on, and there's now this obscuring cloud. We don't have an exact initiative system, but who would like to go next?
Well, I charge in after Krampus, and I start grabbing muffins and igniting them and just chucking them at him.
Oh,
Okay,
fire
flaming
muffins.
Fire
Yeah,
muffins,
okay.
yes.
So do you have a special move, or do you want to smite your enemies?
I believe that's just regular smite, just to because I've got the warrior ability of polyarmory,
Yeah.
so everything counts as my epic weapon.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
so
Great.
So I
That's right. I saw that on there. Yeah. Good choice for you.
All right, so I think that should be regular old smite, which is going to be regular old smite and 2. All right, so that is
Krampus attacks. It's not Krampus. It's Janet. Hi, Janet.
I'm gonna go get Krampus pets.
All right. What'd you roll on that?
I got a 12.
Oh, a 12. Okay, so that's too high. That's too good a roll, so you miss.
Yeah.
No, all right. So you get to pick 3 things from the
3 things.
Smite Your Enemies list. That sounds you probably want to exchange harm.
Yep.
Okay.
I will exchange harm, go for the throat, and take something from my enemy, namely his
You want to take what?
his life. His
life. Okay. That's not available for grabbing. Is there something else you'd like to take?
Is there something else you'd...
Well, I'm going to, the barrage of flaming muffins is distracting him, so now someone else has an opening.
Okay. So your epic weapon does 4 harm. Go for the throat. It's going to add 1 to that to be 5 harm. And because you can pick up anything and make it your epic weapon, these flaming muffins do 5 harm in your hands. As you kind of step in there and launch these at him, yeah, I think you have elemental immunity. Is that right?
I do. Yep.
Yeah, you took that one. So he retaliates. Some of this like cloud of like flour and everything begins to ignite, which is also why the epic weapon is really like all up in Krampus's business. But it's a little bit like a fuel air bomb going off, right? So you have all this like dispersed material, flaming muffin flies through it, and she begins to ignite all this. A lot of Krampus is on fire briefly. There's like burning hair, and his horns are even more blackened. And he turns and just blows from his mouth like what would look like a breath, like mist breath, but it's this like black mist that jets out directly at James, and it's a bit of a coal blast. So on one hand, when it catches on fire, that's okay, but it's basically like an earth element kind of impact, to the extent that like even when you put too much fuel on the fire, it starts to like smother the fire. So you are blasted with powdered coal. And you're looking at 4 harm because he does epic damage. Ow. Do you have armor?
No.
Ooh.
Okay. So 4 harm is going to put you into the red box.
Oh no.
And when we get into 4 or more harm, you're at -1 to your rolls until you get some healed up. And it represents a genuine kind of injury of some kind. 1, 2, or 3 harm is not really, you're kind of just banged around. What is your genuine injury, James?
Well, quick question: Is there like non-epic armor that we could have had, or like, or like I know there was the gift armors, but like, gear.
There is. I mean, if it's something your character would have, like a bulletproof vest or flak jacket or something like that would probably be 1 harm.
Not applicable.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know what I mean. If there's something your character would have, I'm to it.
Homeless guy living on the beach.
Nope.
Seashells.
Seashell
army surplus store.
I mean, you tell me if it's something
fine.
You would have, we can do that.
All right. So for an actual damages, I'm gonna say it hits me like the blast of coal hits me, spins me around because it hits me off center, and I break my arm on the.
Oh, okay. It doesn't have to be a full-on broken arm.
Okay.
But that's up to you. It's I mean, you're injured, but I don't want you to feel like you're out of the fight.
All right.
Maybe
Well, I
maybe
slam.
that's
I
shoulders?
basically I slam into the wall, and
Yeah. Okay.
there we'll go. Dislocated shoulder.
Sure.
Mm.
Okay. All right. So James is blasted back from this powdered coal attack. Also, that is beginning to smolder, and anyone who's near James in the immediate future is going to be surrounded by fire. So
Once again, that's standard.
yeah, just be aware his fire is going to be amplified in a minute. So that's a thing.
Goku powering up. Smoke engage.
Yeah. But alternatively, Krampus doesn't wear armor either, and he just took 5 harm in his face. Now, monsters and
cinched fur.
demigods, like Krampus does not just have 7 harm. Like he can, he's got more than that. So the adventure will be, how much, I guess. But so we've had Ash, we've had James. Who would like to go next? And also, in a scene like this, it's also okay to do a little bit of a flashback of like, cool, this is now when I'm going to bring in that thing that I prepared for. And, since we didn't actually do all the prep scenes, that it's, yeah.
Did you have something, Alex? Or
Well, he pulls out his Krampus slaying knife.
It's got a +9 against Krampus. It's over by the Mountain Dew.
but you didn't say that you actually cast it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're in a whole and obviously when James got slammed into the wall, it just happened to be right next to the counter where they keep all the essential oils for healing. So if possible, I would like to use a little bit of like bend fate to be like, here's some healing healing salves from the natural first aid area aisle over here.
Okay. That is totally doable. Just reminder that he is about to be a danger zone. But you can definitely run over there and bend fate and find something that will help heal him up a little bit.
Yeah, because he just got hit really, really hard.
Yep.
So I'm gonna roll. It's not. My macro is broken. Okay.
So yeah, plus your weird.
Okay, so since my macro thingy and this is broken,
Oh,
it's not actually.
Also, real quick, James, when you rolled your attack, you got 2. That's doubles. So mark yourself a thread.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so I did. Super fighting robot.
Oh, you're Mega Man? I want to be Mega Man.
Mega Man's the best.
Okay, so let me see. Sorry about that. Oh, there it is. Okay, that's potentially going to be a lot of rolls in a second here.
All right.
9.
Okay.
Okay.
Mechanically
Yeah, so I'll
speaking,
just-
because life is a game.
Yep. So on a 9, you get to pick 1 boon, and you have to pick 1 bane as well.
So I will do the heal 1 harm
Okay.
as the boon. And then for a bane, I will take Fate's Disfavor on my next roll.
Ooh, excellent. Okay. I like that. I like the trickster having Fate's Disfavor. This is that's good. I don't think it's also very rare to see the trickster leap to someone's aid. Okay, and also just note, James, you are now out of the red, and
I'm back to full strength.
Yeah. And also, just relatively speaking, unless anyone disagrees, I think Alex just did something truly epic in that the trickster leaping into what is clearly about to become a very dangerous situation.
Yes.
To help someone out. I think that's pretty epic. So Alex, you should mark a thread as well.
Ooh,
Very epic.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Che, you're up.
Che.
All right. So Che is going to sort of like dance, fight, run at the
In that order.
Yeah.
Wait, are there commas in that, or is that?
It's sort of he's sort of doing like the dance fighting thing, but he's moving towards it, and then he's gonna spring off of the artisanal cheese stand that says Havarti Holidays, and then
you
like
you have to like start with up and then swoop to the down button, and then hit A and B at the same time, and
Oh man, I hate those maneuvers because you always have to do it because your first input is up.
Yep.
It just makes it really hard to get the position.
Well, you do it while jumping in.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
that's why I'm jumping off of the Havarti Holidays cheese display. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not great at fighting games.
And then I will come down with my machete.
Okay.
Because I have an epic machete.
Okay, so the artisan cheese display goes sprawling. And why don't you roll Smite Your Enemies?
All right. I gotta open that screen. All right. I'm going to roll, and I have a what? Let's see. I smite with. So whirlwind. I choose to. So does whirlwind actually is summoning a whirlwind, or does it any time I smite and there's collateral
it's sort
damage?
No. You can choose to attack with judgment. And if you do, then that's your whirlwind ability. It can be like a metaphorical whirlwind where you are spinning around, or you summon an actual wind of some kind. That's up to you. But
I am
there
gonna
Glare
use
him
that.
disapprovingly.
Yeah.
but then it does have some limit on what you can pick.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I can't protect myself,
Right.
and there will be some damage. So
Guaranteed
I'm gonna
collateral damage.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and use that because my judgment is a 2 and my prowess is a 0.
Okay.
So let's see
that does
what
seem
happens.
a little bit better.
Yeah. All right. So there we go. Okay. So I got an 8. So that's not too bad.
Okay. Great.
Um.
An 8. So it is still a Smite Your Enemies roll. Got to use
Yes.
a different stat. What? Let's see. On an 8, you get to pick one option from the list below. So, exchanging harm is a popular option, which depends on what you want to do.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go ahead and exchange some harm.
Okay.
And hope that my friends can help me out later because I don't have any armor.
Okay. Then yeah. So he has been he's blasted back. You get in there with your whirlwind attack. What does your whirlwind attack look like?
Okay, so I was doing sort of like a dance spin thing up off of the cheese stand. So it is just me doing like a little flip. And then like as I go, like the machete starts to cut the wind, and like buffeting winds are blowing stuff off of shelves. And as it comes down, like there's this of just like a little bit of a dirt devil in the middle of the store.
Okay, I got it. The attack definitely knocks him down. Your machete is an epic weapon.
Yes.
All right, so that's another 4 harm, and you slash into this guy, knock him down, and he kind of rolls back. He's looking quite a bit worse for wear, but swipes back with his clawed hand and rakes across your chest for 4 harm. And you said you don't have epic armor?
I do not.
Okay, so that's 4
that's
harm.
Hurt.
Dangerous combatant.
Yes.
But I gotta say that shirt he's wearing definitely looks like it should have. him.
Yeah, he is definitely just wearing like a blue denim shirt.
Excellent.
It's not anything fancy.
Yeah, denim only counts as armor if you're Canadian.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So that's everyone with kind of a first try at this. Does anybody want? We don't have to go in the same order. If anyone has an idea of how to follow up.
I feel the pump has been primed.
Yeah, but since there has been no established turn order, and Alex is very well of this fact, Alex would. I would like to go over and carefully examine the cheese section before James bursts into flames and hurts me.
I think James in the coal pile is in a slightly separate section from where the cheese is tumbled down. So I think we'll have an
are you diving for the cheese pile?
I feel like I'm familiar enough with cheese that I should be able to use my jumper power to travel instantly to it.
Do you have your poppers?
I do have my poppers.
Yeah, if you want to teleport the 10 feet over there, you are welcome to.
I would love to. I'd be like, here, eat this. Ooh, smoked Gouda.
Bah, yeah. I think that's fine. In the meantime, also the collateral damage from the whirlwind attack is a number of the lighting fixtures have zapped and are like hanging down, and of course they're all like the low power LED, that sort of thing. But the wiring that supplies them is still like kind of zapping and hanging down. It's not directly in front of you, but it's within reach if you like wanted to reach up and grab it, which is a great idea, I guess.
Especially when the sprinkler systems come on.
This could get real interesting real quickly. And I'm just going to go ahead and exercise a hard move and have James explode.
Don't worry, you don't need to use the hard move. I was literally going to use Cataclysm.
Okay. So we'll get to that in a second. So James, you don't actually take damage from this because it's fire. But there is like not what am I trying to say? Concussion of this, like the powdered coal and like all this. It actually does kind of go off like a fuel air bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone in the room is having a little bit of trouble hearing. James, I'm going to say you're having a very hard time hearing right now, as you were covered in the explosive material that just exploded. And the concussive blast was certainly like, oh, that sucked. But it's mostly fire that's happening. You were, as we established, you were slammed back against the sort of holistic oils and healing section.
Oh, no.
And a number of those are equally flammable. And you're just hearing this like pop, 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 of all these like tiny little bottles bursting and spraying more fire. And this building is well and truly on fire at this point. So that's kind of the environment. I mean, James is kind of just walking out of that. Hey, James, does your elemental immunity apply to your clothes? Like, is it a little bubble around you, or is it just your skin?
I'm 15, so your pants, yes.
I'm going to say yes, simply because it is Hephaestus, so he would obviously be, his garments would be resistant because he's used to the forge.
Yeah. Okay. I like that.
It's not a fire deity; it's a forge deity. So
got it. I like that. Oh, and similar goes, like a verdant can always choose whether their clothes transform with their animal forms or don't. I've had people play both. Like one person was like, "Oh yeah, I transform into a bear and my clothes tear off." I'm like, they don't have to. If you don't want to. Like,
Yeah, but
nah, I'm naked. Like,
yeah, it's far.
Okay.
It's important about being badass, and nothing is more badass than a bear ripping out of.
yeah.
No. But my clothes
slack.
turn into the bark on the outside of the tree. That's
Okay.
Well, you
that's
can stay in your form for 24 hours, right? So you just don't change back until you place with clothes.
it's. I think it's 12 hours because it's either sunset or sunrise, whichever comes
Oh.
first.
Yeah, I think we'd have to roll for the actual change to see how long you had.
Yeah.
What if
But,
your game is set in Alaska?
You tell me.
Permanent change.
Yeah, permanent change.
Yeah.
So this place is on fire now, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I think-
There's like a whole section of it around James that is well and truly on fire. That will spread. This building is almost certainly going to burn down. And the sprinkler system is going to come online in a second here.
So-
Before it does, I'm going to look angrily at Mr. Krampus,
Mhm.
and explode.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
I'm going to use all this nice little fuel around me and burn his house down.
Okay.
Because
So-
this is obviously where Krampus lives.
Okay, so we're
The Whole
using
Foods.
Cataclysm.
Cataclysm.
And I just need to know who all is fairly near Krampus at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I just attacked him, so...
Okay.
I threw him, so technically I'm nowhere near him.
Yeah, that
I'm over
that
by the
tracks for
cheese.
me. What was that?
I'm over by the cheese. I don't know how close that would be to Krampus.
Well,
It's-
didn't Shay jump off of the cheese?
Yeah, that was
Yeah, but
his
I
like
don't know.
launch point. So I think
I don't
it's
know how far.
relatively close.
I don't know how
um,
far he can leap. He's a god of flying around and doing things.
I don't think so.
I don't think that's...
Is he not? I don't know.
Yeah, it is 10 feet is the effect.
Yeah, 10 feet is probably a good distance to jump from the cheese. But
Well, so Cataclysm is obviously a PBAOE. Is it centered on?
It's centered on me.
on
So I would
you?
obviously move close enough to him, which I figure I was pretty close, and then literally ignite everything around me.
So you could center the blast where I'm not in the radius.
well, it's centered on James. So,
I'm in the middle of an aisle. Like, I didn't see where you went.
I like how all of this is technically in character for Alex.
It's not. Yeah, it's not metagaming for Alex.
right.
This is his inner
I'm just
dialogue.
praying. I'm praying out loud right now.
So we've spent a year together. I would probably recognize that James is about to go cataclysmic, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, this is not
Super
this is not
Saiyan.
his first cataclysm.
So I think I would probably throw up my my devil worm coating on the outside of my wooden tree that I'm currently.
What is a devil worm coating?
Oh my god, so a devil worm can survive crippling pressure, lack of oxygen, and high temperatures such as fire. It's a worm called a devil worm. And it's got like a fuzzy coating on the outside that protects it from this stuff.
Is that not on your playbook? Because
I have adaptation,
Jason
which
was
you can
very
modify your body for the duration of a scene with plant animal characteristics for whatever you need.
You're like a giant tardigrade.
I mean, I have to roll it,
Devil worm.
but I would definitely throw up some devil worm protection.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll your devil worm, and
Okay.
then we'll roll cataclysm.
Awesome.
Oh my god.
I have a +2 to devil worm.
Alex, you are somewhat in this blast radius, so if there's something you
Okay.
want to do about it, now's the time.
I mean, I feel like I already took a turn this round.
Yeah, you did kind of teleport over
Yeah.
there.
I went to the
Um,
cheese. I've got a
okay.
plan for next round, but this explosion might change my future plans.
Okay,
Probably not, but
we'll see what happens.
yeah.
All right.
So I rolled a 9 to devil worm coating on my tree, which means you express the modification needed to do what's required. So it's protecting me from fire.
So a bunch of
Okay.
little worms just start crawling out of your cracks and crevices in
Yep.
your wood.
Oh boy, that
covers
is
the
the
outside of my
worst
tree.
version that could be explained as.
Not you get fuzzy, but you are now covered in worms.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure I get fuzzy. I don't want to be covered in worms.
All right. So yeah, I'm happy to apply that you're fireproof. There may still be some damage
Yeah.
from the concussive force and things blasting around you,
Yeah.
but that's a great option.
I'm made of wood, guys. I gotta
Yeah.
protect myself.
That's good. I like it.
It's gonna be
Do you
fine. Let me
also
just-
have epic armor?
I do not have epic armor.
Okay.
I have
Boy,
divine
this is not
constitution, but I do
None
not
of us
have epic
believe
armor.
in armor. I like it.
Yeah.
Mine didn't have an option.
Oh
for
wait,
armor.
I have divine constitution,
no,
which
it
did.
means
It
my
did have
9
an
result
option. I
was
was just
actually a
dumb.
10.
Yeah,
I-
every playbook has option for epic weapon and armor.
Yeah.
I
I do have divine constitution, which means that 9 was actually a 10, so I can modify further if needed for the scene.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let's we'll keep the modifications kind of in the theme of your devil worm
Yeah.
adaptation, but that certainly seems like a flexible adaptation.
Devil worm.
Okay. Let's do it. Let's fall in love. Roll for cataclysm.
Kaboom!
I'm gonna die.
Do you not have anything to add to cataclysm? You don't have a plus on that?
Nope.
Oh no.
Oh man,
No weird bonus.
Oh boy.
dude, if I had cataclysm, I would max the crap out
Well-
of that.
Well, actually, quick question.
Yeah.
The when I did the smite earlier and given an advantageous position, what does that mean?
It means that you can have like you should be able to do something that you wouldn't have been able to before.
Okay, so it's a narrative device.
Yeah, it's primarily narrative.
Okay,
Fictional
perfect.
positioning.
Yeah, giving an ally an advantage will actually give them like a fate's favor on the roll.
Okay.
But gaining an advantageous position is adds to the fiction in some way, like they were behind a wall and now they're not, or you're behind the wall, or that sort of thing. So
Fair enough.
yeah, he's definitely in the open, and you're able to tackle him and cataclysm all over him.
All right, so everyone in range
Yeah.
takes 4 damage.
I'm
Yep.
dead.
Uh,
But who reaps the reaper?
I take 2 damage, ignoring armor, but it's reduced by 1 for my immunity.
Right. So you still take 1. Everyone takes 4.
Does that help
And-
with me at all?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have you just take 2 in this case. We'll say 2 is the concussive and 2 is the fire damage. Kurt
Is dead.
is at max harm right
Oh.
now.
Well, I actually won over max harm.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all right. We don't count overage because really. So what does that look like as Che is standing there battling the Krampus, and James just leaps on top of Krampus and explodes in a storm of fire. What happens to Che? What does that look like for
I
everyone?
think he panics because he knows what's about to happen, and there's not enough space to like whirlwind out of here, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he like stricken with indecision, he just turns into an iguana.
Ah.
Thinking
Okay.
he could hide behind Krampus's body
Okay.
because I'll be
Um,
smaller, and that's not gonna work.
Now,
God.
most of your essence has been blown away. You're dead.
Yeah.
Now, because you're so closely tied to your group, your shade in the mortal world is able to phase between corporeal and incorporeal states. You are a ghost who can become solid. You can't use any of your moves or gifts, but you can do whatever like a physically present mortal person can do, because you're the Reaper and you were sort of half dead anyway. So, and you have to remain with one of your bandmates at all times. And then we'll figure out what to do about your death in a minute, but that is your current state. So,
But who is the Reapers is what I want to know.
Yeah.
don't smear the Reaper.
No,
Oh
man.
I feel bad, but this was always going to happen.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I feel someone was going to die by my hands.
Yeah.
Why do you think I panicked and put up devil worm slime all over myself?
I wanted to leave, but like I didn't really get a go, and I was like, yeah, he's gonna die right now.
That's all right. Dying in Demigods is only me, so we'll deal with that in a minute.
Yeah, it's a small inconvenience.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
How's Krampus
so-
doing?
Krampus just took 4 harm and is looking right on the edge. He's taken 13 harm so far,
Awesome.
which is a lot, and he's really looking dazed. I'm gonna say James is also a little bit dazed because that didn't go off exactly the way you wanted it to. Also, I'm not sure how James feels about incinerating Che.
Oh.
He hasn't figured it out yet.
Is there so we'll have complicated feelings in a minute.
Yeah, is there just like a dead iguana under Krampus, and then like my ghost appears looking over my dead iguana body?
That's up to you. You tell me.
I think
Your
that's
ghost-
definitely.
Is your ghost stuck in iguana form now? Since form when you were
Yeah, are you a
Well,
ghost
that's what I was
iguana?
gonna say, but I think it's more like in the movies when someone dies and then a little bit away their ghost appears.
And you're like,
man, that
oh
sucks."
crap.
Yeah, because that's just kind of how he figures it works, because that's how all the movies show it. So that's how it works, right? Because that's what he believes will happen. So his ghost just appears like about 10 feet away, just looking down at this like cataclysm happening. And he's like, I can't teleport. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Why
man.
isn't this working? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So there's some roast iguana on the ground.
That would be in Whole Foods.
Yep. And in Fallout.
So I think I'd like to take a big tree arm and try to backhand Krampus.
Okay. It sounds like you want to smite your enemies.
I do want to smite my enemy. I have no bonus to smiting.
Yeah, bonuses are for wimps.
I got a 7.
Yeah. Okay. So do you want to trade harm or just kind of get him out of the way so you can deal with what's going on?
I think I'm gonna trade harm.
Okay.
Don't you get an additional effect on your smite because of something?
Yes, I get to pick an extra
yeah.
option from smite your
Yeah.
enemies. So
Your war
exchange
form.
harm, protect yourself, go for the throat. I think I'm gonna go for exchange harm and go for the throat.
Okay. Well, just so you know, he's looking pretty bad off.
Okay.
And I forget, do you have epic weapon?
She's not
I
epic.
do not have epic weapon.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's kind of borderline. It might not be obvious what your character would do. So yeah, if go for the throat is the choice, I think that's.
I think I'm thinking like I'm gonna grow my tree arm into him.
Oh
Poke
yeah,
him with the end of my
Spear
Yeah.
mode.
spear mode. Yes, spear tree.
Yeah. I loved when Groot like speared those 6 guys, just like slammed
Yeah.
around and turned around. It's like, hey, that was
It
oh my
worked.
god, you're terrifying.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be one of those moments where I'm like, ah.
Okay. Yeah, you spear Krampus. He dissolves into a pile of charcoal briquettes, and sort of cracks and falls on the floor
Oh.
in a roughly giant goat man outline. But the building's on fire, and that probably won't be around for very long. This
Yeah.
pile of charcoal. The primary. Oh, also you took. I think in the well, he was on fire, and so I'm gonna limit how much damage he was able. He does 2 harm to you.
Okay.
Because he's struggling.
Okay. There we go.
So real quick, 2 things. Number 1, Alex saying, "Don't you get an extra thing on your smite?" was totally in character.
Got it.
Number 2, out of character. I didn't actually get assigned damage from Cataclysm, but in character, Alex is not going to say anything because he knows that sometimes the GM will overlook damage. And he doesn't really want to get exploded.
I do feel like I feel like you're close enough to be in a fondue blast. There probably should be like 2 harm from burning cheese.
I was going to say, you got cheese burned.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
We call that playing Monopoly in this house.
Alex knows what James is capable of, and as such, has made it a point to take epic armor and magical resistance.
Oh yeah. Okay. The cheese isn't magic, but your epic armor 2 harm worth of soak. So yeah, that's not going to be a
I
problem.
got melted Gouda on my Twitch hoodie.
Yeah, you did.
Is your epic armor just arguing with the GM about whether, like, rules lawyering?
Yeah.
That should really be 2 less damage because obscure rule and Dragon Magazine.
So we're in a burning building.
Mm-hmm.
Krampus is now a pile of coal.
The sprinklers turn on. It's pretty clear that these sprinklers are going to be largely ineffective from the intensity of the flames. I mean, Kurt, you're not in danger, so
I'm a ghost.
I think I would go pick up your iguana body.
Yeah, if someone would get that, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd probably go grab the iguana body.
So I
okay.
think I
So
walk
Giant
up to...
Tree stumps over and picks up the iguana body.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go over to Alex and like make my finger corporeal so I can tap on your shoulder.
Hey, what's up?
And I'm like, we gotta... I know a Reaper that owes me a favor. We're gonna need some help.
Sure.
I will say...
That guy, right? He's so lame, dude. Like, I was into him all the like rules and everything, how he could get like bigger bonuses and stuff, and he was just ignoring me. He kept telling me to shut up.
Yeah, no, I get it. I get that.
1 second, I just had some divine inspiration, so I'm gonna reach into my my oh, you mean this gate key, my puzzle box, pull out a little fondue pot and start putting some cheese in it.
Okay, you have a fondue pot.
Yeah. This is gonna be so good.
That's not... I don't think that's helpful.
What?
I don't know why you would need that.
I don't know. Cheese is always helpful. Yeah. So I'm as a big tree gonna just walk out of the Whole Foods there, carrying my dead iguana in my arms.
Oh, crap. She's got my body. I'll be right back.
James, what are you up to?
Smiling,
Okay.
just appreciating all the wonderment of a Whole Foods burning down.
Okay. And the retrieved iguana body and ghost of Che, is that an issue?
What body?
The burnt iguana that she picked up next to you?
I don't follow.
What collateral
is that in
damage?
character or out of character? I don't understand.
Why are you...
I'm watching the fire. It's fun.
Oh, you're
Okay.
distracted by the fire.
Pretty.
I don't know... hey, Ash?
Yeah.
I don't know that James knows that he's not immune to being crushed by a Whole Foods.
I'm like poking the little iguana.
Please don't poke that. Could you here and I'll outside become corporeal and say I'll carry it.
Oh. How did you do that?
Reaper things.
Okay. I'll give you your little
My
iguana body
body.
back.
Oh.
You should hold on to that.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Could you go get James before he dies? Because I can't do anything about that in this state.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have literally no way to handle that problem.
Sure.
So then, like, Alex, I'm gonna come running outside through an opening, whatever opening's in the wall, a little fondue pot and a summer sausage. Just like, hey guys. And then, okay, we got him. We got the Krampus. He's a goner.
Dude, where's James?
Doing James things.
I go clomping back into the burning down store. James. We gotta go.
What?
The building's coming down. You
Fine.
knocked the building down.
Yeah, but it's still fun.
I'll start like using my branches to like push you out of the building.
All right, I get pushed out of the building. Just walking backwards.
Hey Shay, you want some meat? Want some meat? Put it in your mouth.
I turn incorporeal. So you can't do that.
You dropped your iguana then.
No, I'll set it down. I think you find me perched up on like a bench, sitting cross-legged with my iguana body, contemplating my own death.
Yeah.
And wondering if I'm meant to cross over.
Mm.
Because that's like my whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have a sense that the majority of your essence has passed on, but the bit of you that's left here is tied to your group, and yeah, I mean, there's kind of two. You can feel that sense of like if you wanted to pass on, that is like you could just sort of let go and leave, or if you wanted to try and recover your essence, you could try to drag it out of your afterlife.
Yeah. Can I change forms back to myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, let's go ahead and do your mercurial roll. Boy, that's hard to say. That's a bad name for that move.
That is a hard one.
Mercurial.
Yeah.
You know what? What is
8.
Reaper?
On a 7 to 9, you can hold the form until sunrise or sunset, or until you change back.
Okay, so yeah, you can swap back, but you'll have to roll again if you want to use your shape changey.
Okay, so I'm gonna change back into me. And I think I'd like to regrowth myself. Got quite a bit of harm here.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So Alex's eyes just get like, oh, I just had an idea.
Yeah?
Wait, hold on, let me think. Yeah. Alex, can Alex use ascendance moves to make Shay use his ascendance move to not die?
Oh, right.
And
We didn't
not
talk
be
about
dead?
ascendance moves.
Yeah, because the trickster ascendance move is I can let someone else use their ascendance, and then it just marks off one of my uses.
Yeah, I think in this case, the other wording there is that you can copy it and use it yourself. So technically, Shay cannot use his ascendance move right now, but you could.
Oh, you could use mine.
Yeah.
Wait, you literally had a you don't have to die button, and you chose not to use
Yeah.
you don't have.
Well, we
'cause-
didn't read our ascendance
Yeah.
moves.
Well, because here it says I can either control it myself or let someone else use theirs on your dime.
Yeah. So either way, you'll mark your ascendance move.
Yeah.
But and so if Che were alive, you could say, hey Che, use your ascendance move, and I'll pay for it. But the alternative is you can just like mimic Che's ascendance move and use it on Che.
I would like to retcon his death.
I no longer feel the slightest bit bad about killing you. All guilt completely absolved.
There was guilt, but it's gone now.
Yeah, dude. You
yeah.
should be alive.
I forgot to read that part to see what it did.
Well, I guess maybe we should read our ascendance move.
Okay, well, my ascendance move is I get to use anybody's ascendance move or let somebody use theirs, and I can pay for it.
And someone could have solved this problem if they had written their ascendance move character sheet block where ascendant moves goes, so that I would be aware and I could remind him that he has an ascendance move that saves his life.
So my
I feel like
ascendance
it
move
is well within Alex's right to retcon your death.
That's in
makes
character.
Yes.
I don't think we have to retcon it. We can just use the part that says, raise the dead or whatever it is from the Reaper Ascendance move.
Yeah.
You are become death, immortal chooser of the slain. For a brief moment, you are impervious to harm. Probably should have read this. Wade through any mayhem and raise fallen allies. Rise to live again. This party isn't over until you say it's over. So you could use mine as yours and then raise me.
Oh, and res you?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. You should just get up. I mean, you're fine, right? You're
All right.
probably fine.
So Che, you feel your essence dragged out of the Santeria afterlife, which I was just Googling because I was like, oh boy, this is going to be exciting if we go there. Because it's a little like Catholic hell, but different. Well, I guess
It's the same but different.
Yeah.
Look, man, I was all for going on a wild adventure, soul back from wherever it is it's gonna go. But you said that other Reaper guy, and he's so boring.
Like, oh,
That's
I
what
don't
made
want
you
to do
decide
that.
to do.
I would like to unfollow this quest, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
Untrack.
Untrack this quest.
I have unsubscribed. I've unsubscribed from that quest.
So I'm sitting there contemplating whether or not I should actually be going to my afterlife and I've died. I should move on. This is what I've helped so many people get over this. And then like my iguana body starts to twitch.
Yeah, and you
And
get
I'm like, into the
sucked
iguana
back
body.
into your like the charred body of your iguana form.
It's like slowly moving its little arm, and then I pop back out. Oh god.
Yeah.
What did we learn?
Why?
I can do
Character sheets are for reading. I know some of these parts are favorites, but all of them are important.
Well, why don't we go through and so we've read the Reaper Ascendance move. Alex, why don't you go ahead and read the Trickster Ascendance move so it's clear why that was possible.
Okay. Ascendance move, bait and switch. Why would you ever want to be the center of attention? I wouldn't, really. Your Ascendance move lets you use someone else's Ascendance in your woven band. You can either mimic it and control it yourself, or let someone else use theirs on your dime. Wouldn't it be a shame if the wrong person was blamed?
For instance, the wrong person was blamed for robbing the Santeria afterlife of a...
Yeah. Wasn't he? He rezzed himself. I don't know how.
Yeah, that's a thing that he can do. I don't know how to do that.
How would that work?
Contingency. Contingent res. Contingent raise dead. I don't know.
Alex, you need to check one of your Ascendance move boxes.
Yep. 2 left.
And it's important to understand that if you use it 3 times, your character has to ascend. Using the ascendance flakes away some of your mortal shell and makes you a little bit stranger or weirder, or just your mortal self is less sturdy. And so you'll need to pick one of the consequences from that list as
right.
well.
I become an NPC. Permanent consequences. I will take Fate's disfavor to sway mortals
Okay.
because I start to look more and more like a miniature.
Okay. So yeah,
I got some
Mortals
uncanny
are-
valley stuff going. It doesn't
Got
look right.
yeah, so mortals are just weirded out around you and not sure how to deal with you. So, cool. The well, let's read the Verdant's ascendance move.
The world needs you now more than ever, and you can see exactly what needs to be done. Call forth the vines and brambles, summon the hordes of animals, and reap sweet justice on those who wreak havoc on the earth.
All right. And
for the elemental, the very nature of your element becomes clear to you as your humanity fades to the background. Become capable of incredible feats. Become the flame. Bend the wind to your will. Part the waves or shake the earth. You are the master of your domain.
okay, so
Nice.
these are the big ult move. You can't do it very many times, and it does have a sort of permanent effect on you. But
Yep.
that is, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now we know what that does. I'm glad we got to use that right away. That's fun. We don't have people die very often.
I know.
Yeah, I can only res you 2 more times, so maybe don't stand next to James.
So while they were messing around, I turned back into Ash and started picking flowers and making little daisy chain like crowns. And
Are these the flowers from like the planter boxes in front of Whole Foods that's
yep,
on fire?
Those big
Okay.
those big flowers. I went over and picked all the flowers, started making little daisy chains out of them.
Got it.
Just rescuing.
I
the
would go
flowers
over
from
and
a
I would put
fiery
one
demise.
on James's head, to use regrowth on him.
Okay. Let's roll it.
Let's see how that goes.
I think if you do a real good regrowth, you can also like spread the love around.
yes.
Ooh, is that a
Frozen.
real
There we
good?
go. 11.
Oh, yeah.
That is a real
Juicy
good.
one.
Woohoo.
So you can spread 4 harm around as you choose. You can give it all to one person. You can split it up.
I also have healing aura, so it gives me an extra 1 to
Oh.
distribute.
Yeah, you've got 5 harm to spread around.
I
mean,
do.
5 heal, I guess.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I was
5,
like, oh,
yeah.
You're spreading harm.
So I definitely I would take one from James and give the other 4 to Che.
Okay. Yep.
That's to bring
Yeah.
bring you
I
all
haven't
from looking real rough.
So yes. So do I
haven't
come
actually-
back?
I
with no
was just
harm,
thinking
or-
about that. I realized I never really thought about what happens when somebody's raised from the dead.
Yeah.
Do I just have full harm, but I'm back?
I think it's probably would just take you down to 6, because whatever it is that killed you is still an issue.
Yeah. My body's
so,
still
yeah.
pretty charred.
All right. Well,
Yeah, yeah.
I'd still give you 4 Heelys.
So I get 4 Heelys?
Yes, and James would get 1.
Oh, sweet.
While you guys are doing this, if you look over, you see Alex get. Oh, I got an idea. Pulls out a popper,
God.
throws it down, disappears.
Oh Jesus, where did he go now?
So anyways, at this point, it's kind of smoldered a little bit. I turn it. Hey, Che, why are you on fire?
Well, that was your fault. You lit me on fire. Maybe pay attention to who's standing next to the giant horned demon man before you attempt to explode everything.
Maybe not go hug giant horned man when fire's on the.
Okay, but like, I mean, you could have like said like, "Hey, Incoming something, man.
I thought fiery muffins were a big clue that fire was coming.
Okay, but
Would you
Hey, guys, like, I feel like maybe we shouldn't just stay here with this building on fire and, like, maybe we should get out of here.
marshmallows.
What?
no,
No, I feel like maybe we should, like, go.
You could definitely hear sirens in the distance.
Yeah, we got to get out of here. Where's Alex?
He'll show up. Where's that mall Santa? Didn't he say he was going to pass?
I'm pretty sure that was the actual Santa.
Yeah, I think that was Santa, man.
Wow,
just-
your mom
just like
never told
that.
you.
Just like that, Alex pops back in. He's like, dude, Santa is super pissed that I know where he lives. He does not like uninvited guests at the shop, I can tell you that. He's very
Did you tell him that we got rid of Krampus for him?
sure. And then I pull out look what he gave me. Big box of
cool,
water
man.
deep. Yeah, I got my payment.
What was everyone else supposed to get?
Hmm.
I mean, I could go for some epic armor.
A little outside the realm of.
Santa can't do that.
Yeah.
do you guys?
Santa's not an artisan?
I wanted a little. I wanted a little hydro farm.
Well, hold on. What were you saying?
I got
Katie?
a little hydro farm from Santa.
Okay. Cool. Like a do-it-yourself,
Yeah.
like weed grow kit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The grow light.
Yeah.
I definitely
For
wanted
holiday.
a golf cart,
Okay.
like the one that I get to drive at work, but for home.
For
Okay.
home use.
That's doable.
That was in his van.
Maybe a golf cart that you don't have to charge up.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
like
so
super
good.
fast.
That's so good for the environment. It's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
I imagine your grow kit doesn't have to be plugged in either. It's
No.
just like,
It's just like
Yeah.
a little. It's like the sun.
yeah.
I have to sit there and crank it.
And what was
just make stuff grow really fast.
what was James supposed to get?
Oh, just a backpack.
Just a backpack.
Just a backpack.
There's like fire
Is there
retardant.
anything in the backpack?
just-
or-
No.
Just like a Jansport.
Yeah.
Is it fireproof?
Just a backpack.
No.
He's
just
a simple
backpack.
guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things really don't tend to last around me.
Okay.
Yep.
So now I have something to hold stuff for the next week.
Okay.
Hopefully.
Yeah, let's
right.
Let's all get on the golf cart and get the hell out of here before the cops get here. All right?
Does my golf cart appear in the... Oh, this must be mine.
There's like a bow on top.
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's around the corner as you're like, gee, golf cart. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Cover
Hey,
myself with my green screen.
this must be mine. Yeah, I don't want to be here when the fire department gets here. Or anyone from my Pantheon shows up and is like, why aren't you dead right now?
Your mom would be super pissed.
Yeah, Mom's gonna be real mad. We're not supposed to avoid this.
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here, man. Where are we
Let's go.
going?
Okay. Yeah, that's a good question.
So, real quick, I'm going to claim cause collateral damage.
What?
As
yeah.
points.
Yeah, everyone double check your your gain a thread. You may have had some of those trigger, so feel free to.
And probably put my element on display.
I'm not sure you were intentionally like showing off with your
Okay.
element. It certainly was on display, but I think of that more as like an intentional like, hey, look what I could do,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
All right.
And if anyone else has some you want to pitch? I'm kind of looking through them too.
I'm gonna claim telling a necessary lie because I didn't. I teleported to Santa, but I was just at his van.
You weren't actually in the North Pole?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that was unnecessary. So sure. Also, I'll remind you if you can save up 5 threads, you get to buy in advance. But if you are not going to save up 5, you can spend them one at a time to buy Fate's Favor, which you can actually purchase after you roll the dice and realize a third die would be helpful. You can spend one to make a significant alteration to a scene or to avoid 2 harm, for instance. Something that can be useful in just the odd situation.
Just anytime you're around James.
For instance.
Yeah.
You've known me for a whole year. I can't be held responsible.
Hey, I knew to put on my devil worm coating.
I can't be held responsible for my own
If
actions.
you guys aren't stacking defensive, don't fall.
This kid is so weird.
All right. So, yeah, I think we're gonna have to go somewhere. You know what? This fight really took a lot out of me. Do y'all want tacos?
Tacos!
Oh, tacos. Let's go get some
Makes
tacos,
sense.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I hope he's got some of those old grilled nopal. Keeps. I really want some. Go.
All right. I will drive the go-kart to tacos.
Yeah, Sammy's there at that spot on, I think we said it was kind of early evening on Christmas Eve. Sammy is, does Sammy have family?
His wife has died.
Yeah, but
He
it could be.
could have kids. Or,
Probably.
like, cousins.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's true. He probably has some extended family he's gonna go see. But he's been like at the beach for as long as possible, so he doesn't have to be with. He's like, oh, I have to work. Like,
Gotta make them tacos.
yeah. After you've been exposed to the supernatural world, like dealing with the shit that your cousins care about is like, there's only so much that. Yeah, it's like 6 p.m. when you guys get there, looking and smelling like you just walked out of a building fire. And there's like off in the distance.
That's my cologne.
That's your cologne.
Your cologne is just campfire.
Off in the distance, you can hear the sirens and if any of you, I don't know if any of your characters are sort of Twitter hounds, but alerts are going off of local grocery store fire in Venice Beach and all that. So
Yeah.
but yeah, Sammy is kind of like packing up the cart. Looks like he's getting ready to roll on out of here when you come to the beach. So you're at the beach. There's like a parking lot. There's a kind of a winding concrete pathway at the edge of the sand, and then there's all the sand that goes down to the water. But he's up on that concrete walking path, and kind of looks up as you get here. He's like, hey, what's up? He just has like kind of a permanent like, if you're here, is something wrong? Like you can see the gears turning like, uh-oh.
2 tacos.
Constantly looking over his shoulder towards the.
Yeah.
What's coming out of the water?
Yeah.
Anything behind me?
No,
What?
nothing bad. Just died tonight, and I'm feeling hungry.
Does dying take a
hunger.
lot out of you?
I feel like him dying took more out of me.
I mean,
Oh yeah. You're Alex, you're continued, you're less sort of convincing with mortals. You said that's because you look more like a minifig?
Yeah. Like more turning into a pewter mini.
Okay, yeah, and that's something Sammy can actually see.
Yeah.
So he's like, "Oh, are you? You look different." Yeah, let me. And he just turns back and like starts and is getting everything ready to go because he'd honestly rather be here making tacos than go hang out with his family. So, yeah, he just starts putting everything together and he's like, so y'all have fun Christmas plans? You traveling anywhere?
No, but like Santa was like really cool to hang out with earlier.
Okay.
It was so awesome.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he wanted us to beat up the mascot for this local team. I've never seen him.
You
Ended up going into a whole. There was an accident.
Santa Claus?
Yeah, the guy from the mall.
That was like the real Santa, though, James. Like the real one.
He has a van.
I realize you're not close with your folks, but they probably should have had a talk with you. Santa's not real.
No, but like this one, do you not know how this works?
I don't follow.
Okay, so like everyone is like, yay, Santa! And then there's Santa.
Yeah, like he travels around the world and
Yeah,
brings
and a bunch
presents
of-
to everybody like on
Uh-huh.
Christmas, man.
And a bunch of little kids get on his knee at a mall and get photos taken.
That's a
And
different. That's just
and-
like a dude.
and they're
at the
all
mall.
different people. Like there's 100 of these guys. There's like
No,
a Santa
dude.
union.
His beard was like real and stuff. Like that was the real Santa.
Yeah, but this is okay.
People
well,
can grow white beards.
Okay, I mean that explains the backpack now.
So I'm at the back of the. Alex is at the back of the golf cart. He's got his box there, and he opens it up. So he takes out the Beholder Mini, and goes over to Sammy. He's like, "Happy Christmas. Thanks for always being there."
Well, happy Christmas to you, Alex. This is, and he's like holding it, like looking at all the eyes, and
Nightmares.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
Beholder. That's super cool. That's the iconic bad guy for Waterdeep, and is in the box.
for water deep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you. I got you. And he's like,
Tacos.
yeah, like serves up a couple tacos. Like,
Thanks.
Merry Christmas.
Oh, dude, I totally have a Christmas present for you too, but I can't give it to you like out here. I have to give it to you later.
Well,
it's some
what
good.
is-
It's some really good stuff.
oh yeah, I'm probably gonna need that later because I have to go hang out with my family for a while.
Oh yeah, you're definitely gonna need this.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah. So are you okay? Like, are you good to? You're out here pretty late. Like, shouldn't you be at home?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, I
It's
was
like
just
Christmas Eve.
trying to, sell as many tacos as I could. Seems like most people have gone home at this point, so, a lot of stores closed at 4, and the people there were walking by and needed tacos. But it's been pretty quiet for a while now, so I guess I pretty much have to head over there.
Do you
My,
need some company or something?
Oh, he looks real like,
We're
no,
great at a party, man.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to my sister's house.
I love sisters.
That's
Houses and I don't get along.
yeah. There's there's gonna be a lot of noisy kids there, and some old folks, and you probably wouldn't. It wouldn't be that fun, really.
Is it a potluck?
wouldn't-
I could bring brownies.
It's definitely
That's not
a
what potluck means.
What?
Yeah,
That's not what potluck means.
that's luck pot.
I don't understand.
I mean, just don't give them to the kids, I guess, and we're good.
Yeah.
Or do.
Alex, no. I don't care. I don't care if you save my life tonight.
Just
I
sitting on the
mean-
ground at the base of the taco truck, just eating tacos.
I mean, I guess if you don't want us to meet your family, it's all right.
Oh, she's doing that guilt thing that girls do.
Um.
Anyways,
So,
tacos.
yeah, you all get tacos, and he's getting ready. He's like packing up, getting ready to go. Are you all going to follow him back to his sister's Christmas party?
Yeah, it's a potluck.
I feel like that's what's happening. I'll
Inviting
bring my
ourselves
dad.
along. Your what?
You'll bring your dead?
Well, I mean, no, I won't bring any dead people. I could go get, well, my dad's been alone on Christmas. Like, we don't have anyone, so I could pick him up on the way.
Oh, are we doing family? Like, are we bringing family? Like, is this
Yeah,
for
everyone's
everybody?
invited,
'Cause
right?
I could go
Right,
get my
Sam?
parents, and like, they're really cool. Are we not doing parents? Is that not?
I'm not gonna bring my mom and dad because they're super boring. All they talk about is work.
Don't worry, Alex. I'll come to the party if you want.
Oh, should we have a party?
Yeah, we could just have
Are
a
we
party, I
having a
guess.
party?
If you don't want us to just show up at your sister's house.
I thought Sammy wanted us to come to his sister's house.
Yeah, is that not what was happening?
I think
No?
Okay.
Well, you know what? It's fine. We'll throw a separate party. And then that way we don't have to go to your sister's house.
right
And then
here,
you don't have to
there's
go to your
tacos.
sister's house.
Well, I mean, I really should go. It's them. I mean, I guess if you wanted to come along, I don't want you to have to be on your own at Christmas. So, I guess come along. They are like most of the family is Catholic, so that there's going to be some of that around the house. Not an issue for anyone, but yeah.
Hey, Che, aren't you like Catholic or something?
Or
Well,
something.
my dad is. I could send. Yeah, my dad will get along great with your family.
Yeah, but you're not gonna bring him, right?
You don't want him there?
Oh wait, hold on. Out of character is Che's dad is the mortal guy.
Yeah. Chase
Yeah,
dad's
yeah,
a normal
yeah.
mortal guy.
Yeah. Sammy says, "Oh, I guess the more the merrier." Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Bring
I-
him along.
I text him the address. Oh, wait, what's the address?
Yeah, he gives you an address in the valley. I'm just gonna use Burbank, I guess.
Sure.
So, that's a thing.
So he just texts his dad an address and just puts his phone away.
Okay. Good to know.
I don't think we can get there on a golf cart, though. That's kind of far.
Oh, it's pretty souped up. Santa gave me this.
The mall Santa?
Yeah, it's super weird for a mall Santa to be carrying around a golf cart, but who am I?
No, well, I mean, I'm pretty sure it was mine. It was in the Whole Foods parking lot with a bow on it after we burned it down, so.
But was there a tag on it that said touche from Santa?
I don't know. I climb on top to check the bow to see if there's a tag.
Touche.
Touche.
Touche. Santa.
Gotcha.
Santa's a dick.
Punny. Touche.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like I don't want to see Mom tonight because she's not going to be, very happy with me, so.
Why not?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think hanging out at a Catholic family's house tonight is going to be good. That should be some armor from Mom.
Why would your mom not be happy?
Well,
He was supposed to visit and he didn't go.
I was definitely supposed to visit, and then I didn't go.
But
So
she
they're
would
gonna-
not. She'd be mad at me, not you.
Well, okay. That's how it works. That's probably not how it works, but we can pretend that's how it works.
I love it. Okay, so you all get Sammy packed up, like puts the cart away, gets ready to go, and so Shay, you get a text back from your dad, and he's never been good at texting, but it's so a lot of this is misspelled, but the general thing is dear Che, comma, return.
Poop emoji.
I don't know why the poop emoji just showed up while I was typing. I'm sorry, I can't delete it. The address, I'm assuming, is somewhere I'm supposed to meet you, and I will go there. I have not been feeling so great, but I will go and meet you there, and I'll see you soon. Merry Christmas. Love, Dad.
Just gets the thumbs up back.
P.S.
Oh, that's great.
Thumbs up, Christmas tree, cross.
Looking over your shoulder, reading your text. Does he usually comment on the state of his health? Because that sounds.
You cut out.
You cut out. What'd you say?
I say, does your dad usually comment on? That sounds like an unnecessary but critical plot element.
Yeah, why is your dad saying he doesn't feel good?
Oh. Yeah, weird, right? Okay, so I'll text back like, oh man, I don't know enough emojis. it's mostly emojis, but it's like, are you okay? Like, why aren't you feeling well? I don't think that's what he says.
I think he sends back like he's found the baby Jesus manger emojis, and so he's just sending back like a baby Jesus and these like tiny emojis of the like manger scene, and basically like lays them all out, and like there are 3 wise men and a star and okay, so either he didn't understand what your emoji message meant, or he just wants you to feel the magic of Christmas. One of those things. What's happening?
So I think I'll call him and just be like, "Hey, are you okay?"
Yeah. And you can hear him sort of like clearing a big cough. But yeah, I'm fine. I was feeling a little under the weather earlier today, but it seems like it passed. I'm not sure what that was. Really shivers and all that, but I feel a lot better now.
Oh, okay. Like when?
Maybe an hour ago. Really like came and went fast. It was probably just a chill or something.
Oh yeah, definitely a chill. Okay. You know what? Why don't you hightail it to that address and we'll be there right away.
Okay. I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Are we drinking?
Yeah, yes. Yeah, there will be drinks.
Okay. I'll take the Uber.
Okay. Yeah, you take the Uber. Be careful and just you got this.
I'm really worried about your dad not making it to the party at all.
It's okay, he's got the Uber.
He's got the Uber.
He's got the Uber. Um, I'll take the Uber taxi. I'm gonna stop the golf cart off and get some rum on the way
Okay.
to make sure that
how's everyone else doing in the golf cart adventure?
It's really weird to be on the freeway in a golf cart. This is kind of scary, but also very cool.
None of the mortals see a golf cart.
I know. What do we think this looks like to people? Like a convertible or something?
Well, there's 5 of us in it, so probably not a convertible. It's winter time, and it's
someone's got to ride on the back
chilly.
facing the wrong way.
Back seat, middle, my feet on the hump.
Yeah.
All right. So, anything else we need to establish before we head over there?
Well, no, I mean, these guys probably aren't gonna. So I'm gonna get some rock stars and 5 hours.
When you stop for the rum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Who do I think would be coming for me? Like, do I think Mom would be coming for me, or is there someone else from my pantheon that would be coming for me?
That's a good question. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have you roll weird.
Okay.
But we're kind of doing a read the weave. And we'll ask some questions off read the weave, but rolling weird instead of judgment.
Okay. So, it's a regular roll, and my weird is 0. So, oh, good. Yeah. Okay, that's a 6. So, I have rolled a
Cool.
6.
Cool.
I'm not very weird.
Well, you're just feeling a little off today, for some reason.
Yeah.
It's really hard to pin down why you might be feeling off, but it's definitely been a weird day. Found out Santa's real, and had to punch a Krampus.
Right, a little bit.
We did punch a Krampus.
And okay, it's not doubles. That's too bad. So 6, it is a what we would call a miss in PBTA, but with a read the weave miss, what we do, we're actually going to have you ask one of the questions on there, and just be prepared for the literal worst.
What?
So,
What is the greatest danger in this place?
Oh.
yeah. So as you're sort of thinking about what could happen, and you're in the store buying your, you're there to buy the drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And you're thinking like, okay, I died, but I didn't really die, so it doesn't count. So probably no one's gonna be real mad. But
for a minute.
And yeah, and so you like go and set your down on the counter, and the guy behind the counter reaches like he's gonna take the stuff, and then like grabs your forearm instead and pulls you in real close, and suddenly his like as if it's lit, like his skull is like giving off light under his skin, and there's like some of the designs of the there are designs in like the light of his skull, but they're not like Sugar Skull, Dia de los Muertos designs, because that's a different religion, but there are symbols that you're familiar with in Santeria, and so his skull is glowing through his face, and you see like he grabs your forearm and his jaw sort of like slacks open, and he's like trying to, his eyes are unfocused, and he's trying to pull you towards him.
Hey, buddy, what's, nope, I'm good. I don't want whatever that is. Yeah, no, okay, and I'm just gonna grab the bottle of rum and hit him in the head with it.
Okay. Let's roll smite your enemies.
Nope.
But roll with advantage.
Okay.
And Alex, do you still have a Fate's Disfavor hanging over your head?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
And that is prowess, and
Okay.
I am not doing the thing where I do a bunch of damage, so this is just with a 0.
Okay.
But I have advantage, so I got an 8.
Okay. So you get to
thank God.
pick. You get to pick one, and you don't have to pick exchange harm. Like you could do gain an advantageous position, which is get your arm out of this guy's grasp.
Yeah, I think I just want to
things
get
like that.
away.
Okay. So yeah, you have this like kind of hollow clunk of whacking the bottle against this guy's head, but you're not super strong, so it's not like you just clobbered him.
Yeah.
But you bang the side of his head, get your arm out of his grasp, and then in a flash, it's back to like the guy who was behind the counter, and he's holding his head. He's like, "You asshole! I'm calling the cops. What the fuck is wrong with you?" That's what's happening.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
No, you don't understand. And then I'm just gonna grab a wad of cash and like throw it at his face and take the rum and whatever it is. I probably grabbed, the reason I was asking is because I was trying to decide what thing to buy as like an offering to like make up for it. So I probably had like a couple of things on the counter that might have proved as worthy offerings to whoever's gonna come try to take me. And then I just grab all of that and just run out of the store.
Okay. All right. Throwing the money at him is definitely yeah, Merry fucking Christmas to you too. And it's just like, why did that guy hit me in the head?
So I'm just line behind Shay with my rock stars. About like 4 of them because they're like 2 for 5.
Yeah.
Like that's weird. I'm not with that guy.
I hope not. What an asshole, right?
I know. Seems like a huge jerk.
And actually, so I guess Alex, you know what just happened, but it didn't look like that to anyone else, right? You know what just happened because you're sitting here listening to me explain it, but you in character, it didn't. It just looked like Che picked up a bottle and beat this guy for literally no reason. He just like picked it up and beamed this guy.
Well, did he at least see the bad touch?
What?
Did the guy grab my arm?
Yeah.
The guy was reaching out to like pick something up and scan it.
Oh.
So nobody even saw the.
That happen often? I mean, that's rough working at a convenience store on Christmas Eve, and then you get smashed in the face by some rando with a bottle.
I get every
Third
once in a
time
while
this
weird stuff happens.
Yeah.
That is just. Fortunately, look at that guy's a wimp. Like that didn't really hurt very bad. But anyway, sorry you had to see that. The store's usually safe enough, but
Yeah.
let me ring that stuff up for you. Sorry. And he does look a little dazed, like he did just get banged in the temple. But so yeah, he rings up your stuff, and do you hit him with a bottle and run out? Or?
No, I'll pull out my puzzle cube. Where I keep my money. Pull out a 20, hand it to him.
Okay. Cool.
You hear like meep 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 from the golf cart. It's just like, let's go! Meep 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 meep.
No, I'm using. Oh, you mean this gatekeeper? Handing him a 20. There you go.
Yeah.
Thanks. Keep the change.
Okay. Thanks. Merry Christmas.
Thanks. Merry Christmas. Why did you smash that dude in the face with a bottle?
Didn't you see his like glowing face with all of the
No, dude, you literally just picked up a bottle and smashed him in the face.
No, dude. Like his eyes were light, and his face was just all symbols, and then he grabbed me.
Okay, so obviously there was a little too much smoke. We should probably have you lie down.
Okay, but that doesn't mean no. Like the dude. Okay, whatever. Look, just let's get out of here. I don't
He
want.
called you a wuss, though.
Well, I wasn't trying to kill the guy. I just wanted him to let go of me. And it worked. He let go. Get in the back. Wee.
I'm gonna tell
Golf
James.
cart.
You gotta watch out for Shay. He's losing it. Totally just smashed that guy in the face with.
Dude, I was on the other side. Just like driving.
All right. So, was anyone else in the shop? Just so I know, or you just
Nah.
waiting outside? Okay. Burned down enough buildings for today.
Well, the day's still young.
I was just like feeding pigeons. Well, outside, just feeding them.
All right. You get to the spot. You get to Sammy's sister's house in Burbank, and it is very much the kind of the suburban bungalow. I mean, it's a bigger house than a bungalow would suggest. You know, it's like a 3-bedroom house with a garage and big yard out front. And there are like 8 kids playing on the lawn. There's a like Santa themed bounce house set up on the front lawn. You can hear music in the back. And it's Christmas time in California, so it's like 70 degrees.
Right.
It's
so cold.
Yeah, ooh, sweaters.
I
Although
could warm you up.
Sammy does look cold. Sammy is like in a jacket, and he so the so we get to the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I would like to. So one of the moves that the Herald can do. Oh, that's what I'm called. Is the Herald? Is I can ask you to read the weave, and I'm going to burn up one of your questions with an answer. And then if you roll well enough to have more questions, then you can do that. But like if you roll and get 3 questions, I'm going to use up one of them by giving you some information.
Okay.
And you're going to get information no matter what. It's just kind of how.
Okay.
So
who's making this roll?
Just Che is.
Oh, okay.
So you actually get to roll judgment this time.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm good at that.
Yeah. Reapers
right.
are judgy.
Yeah. Super judgy. Oh, good. Well, that's a 7 at least.
Hey, okay. So on read the weave, that is normally 2 questions. So one of them, the answer is there is a moment where you're kind of walking up the driveway next to the bounce house, and there are this is like 8 or 9 kids bouncing around in this thing, like screaming and laughing and having a good time. And then there's a flash where they are crawling, scraping zombies, trying to shred through the netting of the bounce house to get out at you. And I need to know what you do with that situation before you ask your next question.
Yeah, okay. I think I popped the top on the rum for sure. I take a big swig of that, and then I start. Go ahead.
As the child zombies are clawing to get at you.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then
good.
I pull a handkerchief out of my back pocket and I start stuffing it in the top of the bottle.
Oh, okay.
Che finally learns how to party.
Yeah. So, friends of Che, he is looking at the bounce house and preparing a Molotov cocktail. and bounce house full of happy squealing children.
Yes.
So Che, what one question would you like to ask from Read the Weave?
Oh yeah. Okay. Oh. Who owns this place?
Oh, that's a good question in this context. The short answer is Yo Mama.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah, so this family that you're visiting is mostly Catholic, but not 100% that kind of Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
Like probably grandma has some old traditions.
Yeah.
You know that like most of Sammy's family are like from Mexico, but there are some other sort of influences in his family. So the ownership is complicated. Like
Yeah.
the person who legally owns this property is Sammy's sister and her family, but the spiritual ownership is a little broader than that.
So
Right.
while he's fussing all this out in his head, I'm just going to walk forward to the Molotov and
Okay.
just help you out there.
So
You start my Molotov cocktail.
Seeing this chain of events unfolding
Uh-huh.
before his very eyes, Alex would like to ask Sammy a question.
Uh-huh. And Sammy is like, what the hell? What is he doing? Put that away.
Sammy, I need you to focus. Sammy, I need you to focus.
Why is he lighting that on fire?
Who knows why he do the thing?
You don't not light Molotov cocktails on fire.
Real quick, the kids in the bouncy house. What are their names?
I mean, he's like stressed and like looking because they're all kind of moving. He points and starts naming them. Me, the Herald. I'm not going to come up with 8 random names on the spot.
Donner, Cupid, Blitzen.
Yeah. Yeah. But on the spot, like he is quickly naming some of them.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Che, are you having like a bad trip, man? Like, what's going on?
Are they still zombies?
I think that's fading. Yeah.
He looks over at Ash and looks down. He's like, "Oh shit!" And he like pulls the lit rag out of the thing and like stomps it out. And he's like, "No."
Just gonna pout over here in the corner.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, okay. Yeah, that's just that's a bunch of kids.
No, like, what's going on with you? Like, first
Yeah,
you
like
hit that guy
3
in the head, and now like you're trying to like burn down the bounce house. Like, what's up,
3
man?
of the kids are at the edge of the bounce. It's like, oh, that's so cool. You're just gonna burn that thing. Like they didn't know that you were about to throw that at them. They just think it's cool that you lit a rag on fire in the driveway.
No, it's I'm fine. It's nothing. I wouldn't trouble yourself with the zombies. I mean, with the kids.
I mean,
and then I'm gonna take like another big swig of the.
I feel like you're
rum.
not okay.
No, I'm
Yes.
fine. I'm
Sammy's
fine.
like, what'd you say about zombies? What?
I mean, no,
These
it's
are my
just
nieces and nephews. Like what?
yeah. That's what I said. The nieces and nephews, the kids in the bounce house.
I mean, guys,
It's just a bunch of kids. I
It's
wouldn't worry
fine.
about them.
it's a bounce house, and the way Molotovs work, he could have thrown that thing as hard as he wanted. It would have just bounced off.
It didn't bounce right back.
Che, what kind of car does your dad drive?
He.
Oh no, he's driving the Uber. Never mind.
He's taking the
taking
Uber.
an Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the as you guys are in the driveway having this conversation, and Sammy's like, "Are you sure you want to come? Like, are you sure you want to come to this party?" He doesn't really have it in him to uninvite you, but
Oh.
he's like, "Are you feeling okay?" And he also seems genuinely worried. I mean, you all are friends, right? He's like, "You're not doing okay."
Chase kind of lost it.
Yeah, no. I'm totally fine. Sorry about that.
He even thought that was the real Santa. Like,
I mean,
Look,
I don't
okay.
feel like that's the thing that's weird here. Like, he was gonna throw.
no, but it's just mounting evidence.
It's, you know what? It's fine. I'm just gonna, and then the Uber pulls up.
Yeah, well, the Uber pulls up, but it sort of like drifts and at like 15 miles an hour crashes into the other car that's parked, that was like parallel parked out front, and it just like crunch in front of the driveway, and the kids are all like some of them scream like and then some of them are like, oh, cool. Because it wasn't like a
Yeah.
it's just like ah.
That's a 1-star rating.
And through the window you can see the driver is slumped over the steering wheel, and the passenger, the like backseat passenger door opens, and Che's dad with bloody, scraped up hands and blood all over the lower half of his face stumbles out of the car.
Holy crap, Dad! And then I'll shove the bottle into James's hand, because that's the funnier one to hand. So I'll shove the bottle into James's hands and run over to catch him and see if he's okay. Are
okay. Any other quick reactions? Everyone is seeing this, by the way.
I'm gonna run over to the driver's side door and pull it open and check on the driver guy that just crashed.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second. James and Alex?
I'm going to hand James the rag, or the handkerchief that Shay threw on the floor. Like, here you go.
Might actually want that.
Instigator.
I know where this is going.
Hey, Boy Scout motto, always be prepared. Fire.
I figure, I figure James is holding a bottle. If I give him a timer, it won't explode on me.
Okay. I like that.
Hey, I have a bottle full of solutions. We haven't discovered the problem yet, but I have the solution.
But I bet it could be solved with this.
Oh,
okay, so Che, you run over, and you how are you checking on your dad?
I'm gonna grab his face and look at him and see if he's what's going on. What happened? Where did you get all this blood on you? What?
And in this case, you can see actually some of the blood has been smeared to make kind of a stylized monster mouth around his lower face. It very much in an art style that you're familiar with, and he is grabbing at your arms and is trying to put your arm in his mouth.
Oh, good. Okay, so I'm gonna
What
try
about
to.
normies?
Huh?
What
What are what's normies seeing?
you're seeing this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And also Ash, when you run over to the driver's side, the driver tumbles out of the car and has his throat's been ripped out.
Ooh. Awesome. Is he dead? Like full on dead?
It seems like it. I mean, you could try to heal and see what happens. If you wanted to fully assess for life, we might need to do a judgment roll. Because he's not obviously alive. But you're not sure how long ago was he bitten like this. He's definitely unconscious.
So I open the door. I see him with his throat torn out.
Like falls out. He's like just
Falls.
the seatbelt is holding him up.
Right.
Yeah.
And then probably across the car, I can see Che's dad like trying to attack him. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I would probably like try to get myself untangled from the dead guy in the front seat.
Okay. Cool.
Like, well, this is a lost cause. Moving on.
And is this a good spot for us to take 5? And
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's take
That'd be
let's
great.
take a quick break, and
Okay.
we'll be right back.
Cool.
Okay. Cool.
Guess I'll go put pants on.
All right.
Ready
Welcome
to
back.
save the world.
Yay. We're back.
Hey.
We are back and ready to go.
Okay. So Ash, you were abandoning the throat rip out guy
Yes.
for what's going on there. What is Alex doing about Che's dad trying to bite him?
Nothing.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, that seems like a nothing
I
tonight.
do
Seems
have an
seems like
idea.
a family matter.
So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
guess-
don't really get families, so
This might be
Well,
normal.
no, because it's been a long day, and I was earlier almost burned alive,
Mm.
and now James is standing here with Molotov, and over there is the problem, and over here is the solution. And I would like to not be in the problem area, so I'm just gonna hang out over here
Okay.
and see how this resolves itself.
So I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna shout. Oh yeah! I challenge you to a contest.
Are you like shouting in your dad's face?
Well,
Or
probably
just-
looking up,
Oh yeah. Okay.
like holding his face back away from me and shouting that into the sky.
Um. Hmm.
Because I have best of 7.
Yeah. Okay. Let's Well, you're addressing a goddess, so I'm gonna have you roll dice.
Okay.
With another kind of creature that we would just have a conversation, but
Yeah.
I want to have some sense of how this is gonna go.
What am I rolling?
Um,
Because I don't
I
think
think it has to
says-
be weird.
Okay.
Because normally we don't roll dice for best of 7.
Yeah.
For the actual challenge. But I think she can resist if she, or at least be a dick about it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't have anything in weird, so this is gonna be +0.
Cool.
And it's a
Cool,
normal
cool.
roll, right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's an 8.
Okay.
Oh, that could have gone so much worse.
Sure could.
Yeah.
Got so many windows open. That's funny. Okay. Close a couple things here. Yeah, okay, great. So just trying to look up some stuff. So a fun thing about heralding a Demigods game is like speed Googling as much about different religions as you can
Right.
if you're not immediately
Yeah.
familiar with it.
I can imagine con style is much
Yeah.
much more troubling.
It's
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it could be fun. Although at cons, most people pick like Greek, Egyptian, Celtic, Norse,
ones you
like
know.
stuff that I'm.
Not Yoruba.
Yeah, Yoruba, I've done a little bit because it was on the Happy Jack stream, but
Oh.
a Bria's character was from the Yoruba pantheon, but nobody died, and I didn't have to deal with that. So.
Well, you had Shango in the in the example text, so I was like,
Uh-huh.
oh yeah, I'll go with Yoruba.
Yeah. That guy's a badass. Okay, well, we'll just wing it a little bit.
Okay.
So the apologies to any of the Yoruba devout. I'm taking fictional license.
I'm okay with it.
So the a presence materializes over the lawn, and your father stops trying to bite you, and the basically kind of like a classic angel of death appears, like this somewhat raggedy robed figure with like a hood up and just darkness inside the robe and big black wings, but rather than like, lustrous black feathers, they look like kind of ratty. They're feathered wings, but they look like ratty and desiccated. And this person is hovering about 10 feet above the lawn, and the kids in the bounce house all like stall out, and they're also slack-jawed and staring in the way that you first saw them, Che. And your dad is staring up at this person, and all of you can see it, and they kind of hiss this hissing otherworldly voice says, "You skipped out. You already owe us. What deal do you think you can make?"
It wasn't on purpose. I didn't skip out on. It's done. That is done. I can't change that fact now. But I will. Okay. Here's the thing. I challenge you to a game. If I win, I get to stay, and everyone else here gets left alone, and no more zombies. And if I lose, I know where Santa lives. I'll tell you.
No. If you lose, well, your soul already belongs to us. We need something better. His, and they point at your dad, like, he will accompany you if you lose.
And he's just staring slack-jawed.
Yeah.
At least he won't be alone. Okay.
Don't worry. Most of these, and it sort of gesture to all the other people there, will remain unharmed. They were a tool to find you. No permanent damage has been done. Well, almost none. And he sort of looks over at the driver of the car. He's like, collateral damage. Like, what are you gonna do? So the Death Angel doesn't say that, but
Alex hears the herald say it.
yes, yeah.
Kind of laugh.
Wow, dark humor. What task will you challenge me to?
And I assume there is a soccer ball, like, nearby.
Yeah.
I will, like, kick it up, juggle it a bit, and then put my foot back on it and say, a match.
4-on-4?
I look at the rest of them and I'm like, you guys know how to play, right?
What?
This is America.
I don't even... What?
Yeah, 4-on-4. It'll be fine. I can carry. You just stand in the goal. Anything that comes towards it, light it on fire, James.
Who's gonna play on his team though? Like, I feel like this is not fair.
Monopoly.
No, I mean, like, I feel like he's gonna have some really cool dead players to, like, fill out his team or something.
I kind of figured it'd be all the kids as zombies.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
All right, I've got my team.
Not everyone has agreed.
Oh, right. Are y'all, come on.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I'll play goalie. Sure.
Okay. Alex?
Winston?
Alex's eyes are kind of glazed over because in his head he's cycling playbooks like, oh man, how do I exploit this? Yeah, sure, that's great. I have a plan.
Okay.
Okay. And James, you said yes, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, this, like, Death Angel is like, very well. This game comes from further back than you know, and gestures and three figures claw their way out of, like, overturns this nice green lawn, which probably they spend a lot of water to keep this green in the valley. And they just tear up through, and they are in faded pro soccer uniforms from a long time ago, and various other, and well, two of them are, and then one of them is like in leathers and skins, and you know, a lot more like ancient looking stuff, but apparently knows how to play soccer. All of you are imbued with the sort of rules and regulations of the game. so that everyone has the exact same idea of how to play. And how do you want to proceed?
All right.
We win the game.
I was really hoping one of those rival soccer players would be like Velociraptor.
A Velociraptor.
But this game goes farther back than you might realize.
Velociraptor.
Dinosaurs.
Well, obviously, I'm going to play goalie, and I'm going to bust apart into a swarm.
Okay.
A swarm
Go for
of what?
your swarm form.
Yeah, bust apart into my swarm form.
Okay, let's roll for that.
Yeah. Totes.
What are you a swarm of?
Let's see. What should I be a swarm of? I am a swarm of... Wow. That's a 12.
Swarm of trees.
Okay.
Geez. What swarms? I'm drawing a blank.
Something that can block a soccer ball.
Yeah, could be
Swarm of cats.
rats, birds,
Bees.
yeah,
Bears.
bees.
Swarm of bears.
Enough bees could probably block a soccer ball.
I was actually going to say, I think I'm a swarm of bees.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely swarm
Cool.
of bees. Soccer
Excellent.
playing bees.
Very good. And you know what? Just so everyone has what best of 7 says.
Oh, sure. You are able to challenge anyone to a contest of skill that can't rely entirely on luck. Set terms, and if they agree, you will both be held to the agreement. Never go in against a Reaper when death is on the line.
All right. So the game proceeds. We don't need to necessarily narrate every second game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, we don't have that much time. So, but I want to kind of check in and see how everyone is participating. James, how are you?
Well, in tradition of old sports games, I feel it's necessary to both light the soccer ball on fire, and then B, take advantage of the fact that these zombies don't have much in the way of muscle mass, and take out a leg.
Okay.
So you're going field hockey?
Yeah. That's fine. They do just, they
And
are.
they're flammable.
They're sort of supernaturally imbued with, they're not shamblers. But I appreciate the aggressive approach. And in fact, in the rules that you were given, there's nothing that says don't light the soccer ball on fire. So
Rules don't say the dog can't play baseball.
or a swarm of bees.
Right.
So what about I don't know what to have you roll.
Well, I'm going for smite because I'm going after the goalie.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah,
smite
you
the
actually
goalie.
just want to hurt them. Okay.
Just want to destroy the goalie.
Great.
Yeah. Scoring goals, not in my skill set. Propelling flaming balls of things at people.
Yeah. What elemental moves did you take? We know about Cataclysm.
That's a good question.
Oh, you have swipe left.
Yeah, I do.
That can be real helpful against a small team of players.
Yeah, I just
Also, rush in if you have rush in.
I do not have Russian. I do have
or
swipe
Guardian.
left. So
Yeah,
swipe
okay.
left, and that is 2d6 plus prowess.
Mm.
They're knocked down but unharmed.
Okay, now this is a situation where if you wanted to spend a thread, you could roll another die and probably do better than the one, and you have a pretty good chance of getting yourself into the 10 range.
Yeah, why not?
So it's a one shot. Oh God!
Yeah.
All right.
No, I cannot.
Oh,
That's a 9,
however, that's a 9, and that puts you in the realm of you could do a help roll.
Oh.
So probably not the goalie, but either of the other two should be able to help with this.
Sure, I'll give him some aid.
Okay, just describe how you're helping before.
So you're doing the swipe left, so you're just swiping everybody out of the way.
Yeah, basically a flaming soccer ball starts bouncing off people. And knocking them over.
I mean, I feel like so Alex. I mean, I would obviously have my obscurement over and just kind of be invisible on the field and just running around.
Running interference.
Yeah, so I look for one of the sturdier of the rival soccer players and maybe like crouch down right behind him.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So he just kind of stumbles over me and trips.
So let's roll. Unfortunately, you're going to have to with favor since we never burned that off. But
Nope.
We're going to roll that and add the number of tangles that your character has with James.
Okay. So that would be 2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't. Is it doubles? Oh no, because disfavor. So you keep the 6
yeah.
and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Wow,
That's
that's
still
lucky.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 10 plus on a help is you get a +1, James, and you gain a thread, James. So
Ooh.
for having such help applied.
Yay, the best help.
So your swipe left is now a 10, and you get a thread.
Yeah.
All right.
And,
So a 10 allows me to. Oh, I lost it. There it is. 10 is 2 damage to 2 harm to everyone in the group, knocking them prone.
Yep.
However, this is a flaming soccer,
Yes.
and so I get to choose one option from smite my enemies.
Right.
Well, as tempting as it is, I really do want to take exchange and set them all on fire. The context of how we're doing this, though, I really should make an opening for an ally and clear the goal.
Yeah, it does
Yes.
seem like the rules would include something about not destroying the other opponents or destroying the other players.
I thought we were playing street rules.
I think there's probably something in there about like actually playing the game and not turning it into a melee.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
a red card. You can't.
I feel like the older the game, the more it is to rules about physically harming the opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Like the game that eventually became basketball was played with a severed head, and the winner got to be sacrificed. So that's that's something. But
Talk about street rules.
yeah. So anyway, so the swipe, your soccer ball just bashes into them, knocks down the 3 zombie players. Their angel of death has taken up the goalie position, and so but the 3 players are knocked down. And what was it you wanted to take instead of trading harm?
I was going to create an opening.
Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so yeah, that bashes down those 3, and somebody else has the opportunity. It looks like the Angel of Death has definitely swooped when they should have swept, and they're in the wrong part of the goal. And if somebody wants
It all
to,
comes down to you, Che.
I
Yeah.
feel like Shay's the only one left who isn't a part of this plan, this maneuver.
And now to watch the double ones.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be real good.
But you still get XP for rolling doubles.
So
we started off to the underworld.
Alex
Right.
is in character.
So all of the zombie players have been kind of knocked out of the way.
and
Okay.
the Angel of Death has kind of jigged to the wrong end based on like the angle that you can get on the shot. You definitely have a very good opportunity, and what that means is you'll get advantage on the fate's favor on this roll.
Okay. So what would I be rolling to play soccer?
It depends on how you want to do it. Normally that would pressure and roll metal.
Okay.
If there's some like special ability you want to use, I'm open to have a conversation about that.
What if I just try to do the like over the back flip kick thing and use awe?
The bicycle kick.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Let's try that.
As
Sure.
a flaming soccer ball bounces off of a zombie.
Yeah, if you miss,
Pretty
it's gonna be
awe-inspiring.
very embarrassing.
Oh yeah. But at least I have a bonus in that and not a negative.
Okay.
Playing a real life version of Mario's Super Strikers.
Yep.
All right. So yeah. So I'll kick it up into the air and do the like backflip kick thing.
Yeah. Well,
My inspiration was actually NBA Jam, but
Oh.
I do a favor.
part Smash Bros. Part. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Here
don't
we
ring
go.
out. Oh
yeah!
man,
Okay.
that's so good. Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
So a total of 12, and that's a big move on. I mean, the wording for perform under pressure is like on a 10 plus, you get it done, no problem. So yeah, you blast this like, flaming comet into the goal, and the the Angel of Death just looks dismayed. It probably does make sense that this game would be played as sudden death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So first goal wins.
I don't get it.
Yep.
That makes sense.
You blast that goal in, and the whole thing, the Angel of Death like dissolves into a flock of crows that fly away, and the there are 3 dead bodies on the lawn. No, the players like
And one in the driveway.
dig themselves back down in there, and the lawn pretty much returns to normal. There's a bunch of the kids are sort of out of the bounce house, lined up watching, like waiting to do something terrible, but they're now just like, when did I get out of the bounce house? What's going on out here? You have solved my death puzzle.
Death soccer.
Yeah. So I'll pour a little of the alcohol onto. Oh man, I already used up my handkerchief. I'll take Dad's.
Okay.
I mean, someone taught me to carry a handkerchief, so I'll pour that out and like clean the blood off of his face. And be like, "Oh, Dad, you got like some food on you," and just like clean it off real fast. Just be like, can someone deal with that Uber? Maybe someone wants to pay for the Uber that Dad got, and I'll just like try to usher him into the house.
Does anybody have any way of making this kind of thing go away? That's not really my jam, man.
The solution.
Oh God.
Oh God, don't.
Oh God.
Didn't I take that away from you to clean off Dad's face?
I'll take care of it.
What does that mean?
I'm also curious.
I'm just gonna go get in the car and drive away.
Wait, you're
Like,
15.
Shove the body over.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Just drive away.
We're just like, okay, that's how
Great.
that's happening.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drive it away. I'll go drive it to I'm gonna go drive to Game Dude in Hollywood.
Teleport back with a bunch of games.
Yep.
All right. Got it.
All right.
I'm aware of our time. We call it there. Any sort of last epilogue stuff before we close down? How is your Christmas? What does that look like?
Well, apparently you folks have really weird. But
We have really
it
weird-
was
Weird
fun.
Christmases?
Yeah,
Why do we have weird Christmases?
there's crazy soccer matches and
Everyone doesn't do that at Christmas.
yeah.
It's not-
I think lots of people play soccer at Christmas, but maybe not with zombies and flaming fireballs.
So it was a Christmas to remember.
A Christmas to remember. Yeah, definitely. I feel like it ends up being a really good Christmas with Sammy and his family, and
Nobody ever talks about this ever again.
yeah, that's yep.
Well, why would we talk about it? We go through this kind of stuff every day, and those are just be like, yeah, we had a soccer family game.
Yeah,
No
I think
biggie.
it's like in any other normal family where you just don't talk about the uncomfortable stuff at Christmas.
True.
Ah,
Yep. I definitely make
Okay.
like a big toast to those that were lost.
yep.
Mm.
Their
Yourself.
Christmas tree was losing some needles, so I put a little zhuzh in it to make it, bright and green and fresh again.
Suddenly it like grows through the ceiling and
Yep, for sure.
So the jumper doesn't say that if I can bring stuff with me.
it's just whatever you can carry.
Cool.
Like if you can pick it up and hold it, it's it's your sort of personal possessions.
I totally can pick up and hold Santa's present sack.
You go steal Santa's present sack?
Of course.
Okay.
It's going to be a great Christmas for these kids.
Oh
It
yeah,
is.
they get everything
Turn
they
it upside
want.
down.
Like, here you go, children. Merry
would be-
Christmas.
Such an outstanding episode 2.
Right? Oh my god. Santa's on a warpath.
Where's my bag? Oh.
Oh, well, I feel like this was a very Christmas episode. We took a job from Santa, killed Krampus, and brought Christmas cheer to a family that didn't know they wanted to watch a undead soccer game.
Yeah. Well, thank you everybody for playing Demigods. I hope you had a good time.
It was
I know I
great.
did. Or at least a weird
Yeah.
time.
Oh, thank you so much for guesting on our side quest show. This was really awesome. Thank you so much.
It's
Yeah,
my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
I
Yeah.
like
We really appreciate it.
I've been
Yeah,
wanting
thank
to
you for
play
coming on.
Demigods forever.
And what is the site where people can get Demigods, the
Oh,
beta stuff?
it's demigodspbta.com.
Okay.
So that's powered by the apocalypse. So there is some other Kickstarter just came out called Demigod without the S. So that's not us. That's something else. So just FYI.
Okay.
Different kind of game, but Demigods PBTA.
A lot less fun.
I don't know because I haven't played it, but it's just not this thing.
Awesome.
So-
Well,
All
thank
right.
you so much for being on the
Yeah.
show today.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
If you enjoyed the show, you can find out more about Pixel Scandal by going to pixelscandal.com, where you can find our social media links and where you can watch live and where you can watch recordings. So go check out pixelscandal.com. And, of course, tune in tonight for the Pixel Scandal Nerdcast, where you can hear about all the exciting things we're planning and get our year in review tonight. That's 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on twitch.tv/pixelscandal. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.
Love you.